stream. How are you all doing today? Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, depending upon where you are in the world. If you don't know who I am, my name is Skiddosaurus Rex. I'm a 66-million-year-old dinosaur, and today I have Dino Dad here with me. Say hello, Dino Dad.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
I'm back.
You are. We are going to be talking about our adventure in New York, which we should have done a week ago, but, you know, COVID. Woo!
COVID for you. COVID
for me, yeah. I had COVID, so. Oh, come on! Beluga, please! Thank you for the super chat, toot toot. The fact that you guys are liking it is wild. Smacky bum bum. Wait, no, the sound. Oh! The sound was off. Sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just
drop the ball
down real quick. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. I needed to hear myself to hear the levels. Okay. Let me just see if I can, wait, what the heck is happening? Okay. Hold on, let me see if it will let me replay it. For all of you who could not hear the smacky bum bum, let me see if I can replay it for you. Here, if you'd like to hear the smacky bum bum.
This is rather involved just to replay it.
Nuggy money, let's Oh my gosh, go. Nuggy money!
Please don't tell me you're going down that chimney again.
I'm not. You're right. Thank you for the super chat. Toot toot. Oh gosh. It has completely given up on showing me anything. Hello? Oh, that's why. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Here you go, here's your smacky bum bum.
Smacky bum bum.
Preceded by the
fart.
The
fart, right?
That makes it, that definitely makes it, you have to have the fart first.
Of course, of course. Well, that poor man has PTSD. We can tell you also enjoyed Smacky Bum Bum a lot. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you, Beluga? Hey, Skiddo. Hey, Dino Dad. Working and lurking. Hi, Wilkin.
Hi, Wilkin.
That's okay. You get to listen to us blab for 3 hours, so enjoy. That fart sound enhances it greatly. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Hi, Funtime Freddy. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about our trip to New York. We're gonna go over kind of what we did and our different experiences there and the fun that we had. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if the volume is too loud or too quiet, or if I'm too quiet, or if Dino Dad's too loud or anything. I have the mic in between us, so it should be okay, but you never know.
Why am I the one that's too loud?
What?
Wow.
I mean, I could be too loud. I don't know. I could be too loud. I don't know.
Pipe down, Dino Dad. You're too loud.
Bring it down to a 2.
Take it down. Take it down.
Hi, Skiddo. Hi, Dino Dad. Hi, RSA. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, RSA.
Who is your dad's Hollow Oshi? Well, I think that will be answered soon enough. But if you want to tell them, you can. It's up to you.
That would be the lovely Heikos Bales.
Yep.
AKA Bay.
Bay. Yes, Bay is his Kami Oshi, while Gura is mine. Thank you, RSA. RSA also. Jeez, Dino Dad, I can't hear my Oshi stuffy scout past you. Dino Dad is bussing. E-Right says you're bussing.
He's bussing too.
You heard it here first. E-Right is bussing.
You heard it here. It's now out there for everyone to hear. Dino Dad said that E-Right was bussin'. There you go.
he's gonna clip that.
You can now mark that in the archives of the Jedi Order.
It's gonna put him to sleep every night.
Yeah.
E-Right's winning. All right, let's get this show on the road. So, firstly, the first thing we did is we took a travel, and we did a heckin' travel, and we went to New York on Thursday. I worked the day, and then I got out early in the afternoon. Actually, I worked like a half day, and then we got out, and we got to go, and we took the train, and we went to New York, and originally we got our seats like assigned to us, but then I happened to look, and our train, the way that our seats were assigned to us, we weren't sitting together. Like, we were sort of next to each other, but not in the sense that there was an aisle in between us. So he was on one side of the car, and I was on the other side of the car. And obviously I didn't want that. I wanted to sit next to him and not some random person. So I was actually able to adjust our seats so we could sit together, and we got the quiet car. And the only reason that we were talking about the travel is because I wanted to talk about the quiet car and how amazing it was. Like, it was just so quiet. Like, there was just not anything happening, and everybody was just super respectful of each other, and there was no kids crying, which was amazing, because I've had so many train rides where there have been kids screaming, and it is the most annoying thing in the world when you're just trying to relax and listen to music and stuff when you have kids screaming in the background. So,
not even a ringtone. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing. Everybody had their phones on silent. Everybody was listening to stuff with their headphones. It was amazing. I don't even think you listened to music once on the ride there.
No, so, I didn't. I was just kind of like, it was so quiet. It was nice, and it was kind of relaxing. It was nice.
That would have been the worst time to fart. That's true. Very true. Yeah, it would have been a very bad time.
It would have had to been a silent fart.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able. Mm-hmm. You would have gotten thrown off the train if you ripped a loud one. So.
Yeah, pretty much. It would have been a very unfortunate circumstance if you did that at that time. Silent but deadly only. Yes, indeed, Ginger. Exactly. Train ride in America, rare enough already. It depends. There are a lot of different lines that you can take in all parts of the country. So it really just depends on where you live. The bigger cities and stuff like New York, they have a whole subway system with like pretty much every letter of the alphabet. So it really just depends on what side of the world you're in. But hi, Skiddo and Dino Dad. Hi, Puck. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
It really just depends. Like, that's nice. There are virtually no trains here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, it really just depends on like what part of the country you're in. But yeah, we had the quiet car. I had never experienced the quiet car before, so that was really cool. And then when we finally got there,
Well, don't forget about then they hit the brakes too hard. So when they were coming into one of the stations, he must have been coming a little too fast, and he hit the brakes. And I was riding backwards, so everything on the table dumped into my lap. Fortunately, the water bottle had the cap on, but everything dumped in my lap, and I did the old Red Dead Redemption, Jesus! And the guy across from me just starts laughing because I was like, the fuck? I was like, geez, I know I can't really say much in the quiet car, but hey, learn how to drive.
Learn how to drive. You learn how to drive the train.
But yeah, other than that little bit of a lap dump, then it was a pretty smooth ride.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was kind of weird because like when we went to go get our food, like there were people like lining up for the car because there was a food car on our train where you could go and get like dinner and snacks and stuff. And so we were lining up to go get the food, and the lady that was doing the cashier lady, I don't know what exactly to call her because she wasn't just the cashier, she was also making the food and stuff too. But she was like getting so annoyed because people were lining up and they were like, we didn't even announce the cafe car yet. And I was just like,
they did actually.
I was like, I don't know what you mean. It was like, it
She
says,
didn't, but the other conductor did. And it was
Yeah.
on the sign, that the
Yeah.
electronic sign.
yeah, that's how I saw it, because I was like, okay, I guess it's open, because it said it on the electronic sign in the quiet car that the cafe cart was open, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we can go get dinner then, because it was getting kind of late at that point, and we didn't want to like not eat anything, and because we didn't think we were gonna get anything in New York.
By making, she means getting it and putting it in the microwave if you get something hot,
Yeah.
or getting something out of the fridge and giving it to you. It's airline food, basically, is what it was. So making it is a little bit of a stretch on their skids, but
Yeah,
but
fair.
retrieving is more of a accurate.
Okay, fine. She was the golden retriever behind the cashier, behind the cash register. It wasn't
Yes.
even a cash register. Maybe people give her card, give the cards and stuff. Which, by the way, it was like, if I remember correctly, for everything that we got, I think it was between $40 and $50.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the theater later, and that was a bargain compared to the theater. So.
I know.
But the funny thing about this is that we got salads, and on the way back, I was thinking to myself, is this too loud for the quiet car?
Yeah.
Like, people
He
are gonna be
asked
like,
me.
shh, can you chew quieter, please?
Yeah, he asked me, he was like, are we allowed to eat these in the quiet car? I was like, yeah, why not? He's like, it might be too loud. And I was like, it's gonna be fine. I was like, there are other people eating too. I was like,
Trying to eat slow, you know?
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, chewing on the croutons.
I mean, well, I looked over and the guy across from us had grapes. I'm like, that's a quiet food.
Grapes.
I'm like,
Grapes. Yeah, well, even then, like, the croutons were kind of soft anyway. They weren't really that, like, they were chewy.
true. They were quiet car approved.
They were quiet car approved croutons, yeah. Dino Dad should have commandeered the train after that. Yeah, he's just pushes the conductor out of the way. Get out of the way, it's my car. It's my train now. He pulled a me in Red Dead Redemption, just pulls a full-on train heist.
Throwing people off a cliff.
Just throw people off cliffs.
Well, the funny thing is, originally I was going to drive, and it was actually Honey Soar that said, "Are you out of your mind?" And
Yeah.
I went, I'm on vacation. You're right. Let's let somebody else do the driving this time. And I think that would have been a nightmare. So,
Yeah.
the train was
she also mentioned too that there wasn't really a lot of parking where we were gonna go.
right.
Anyway.
I'd never been to the King's Theater, and that would have been a cluster in of itself.
Yeah,
so.
you saw it. There's like no
Yeah,
park.
nowhere
There's
to-
literally nowhere
But even
to go.
if we just took the car in and let it park the whole,
Where would you park it?
well, in Manhattan, I would have
Yeah.
parked in a garage. But still, by the time it was just way better having somebody else drive. I mean, because
Yeah.
my original plan was after the concert was over, going home, and that would have that would have not worked out well. So
Yeah, I'm glad that I talked you out of that.
yeah,
because
taking the train was quite nice.
yes. Oh, I was like,
I was just
did
saying
something
that
fall?
taking the train was well worth it. Just even having stuff dumped in my lap, it was okay. It wasn't nothing was open, nothing spilled. I didn't have to walk around with dressing on my shirt or anything, so it was
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Did they have dino nuggies? No, I looked. They did not have dino nuggies. I think they had chicken tenders though, which I wasn't entirely really sure I wanted to take that chance.
I don't think so. No, they had mac and cheese.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I saw chicken tenders on the thing. You know how they had like the pictures up on the side of the car where they said like the different things. I could have sworn I saw chicken tenders. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
You could have gotten an airline hamburger.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
And I think what was it, hot dog maybe too. And then there was
they had soft. They had no, it wasn't a soft pretzel. It was the pretzel bites.
They had the
the
ones
little
in the
pretzel
bags.
bites. Yeah. No, they also had the there was also the twisty ones too. They had like little twisty pretzel bites as well. Yeah, they had ones that I think that they like heat up.
And they had like some sandwiches, but they're all like they didn't have any like regular if you just wanted a plain sandwich. They all had like something fancy on them.
Yeah, it was like fancy car living stuff. I mean, to be
really
fair,
I didn't want to have Amtrak pesto, so I was like, no, I think we'll skip that and just move on with the.
I mean, to be fair, the train was business class and first class, so it's like I kind of expect it to be this like quote unquote fancy food like thing because it's like.
Well, I mean, look at the people around them. They were maybe in business, but they didn't look like they were,
Yeah, they didn't look like
they weren't
were
CEOs of multi-trillion-dollar companies. They were just.
They were in first class.
They were they were up front. They're in their own private business jet. They're jetting from one place to another. They're not taking the train.
Just slurp your drink as loud as possible. Mm-hmm. You didn't bring your emergency pocket Pop-Tarts. Nope. Nope, they're on the floor. I actually don't even know if they're any good. Did you ask the cashier lady if the food was quiet car compliant? No, I just assumed it was. We're just rebels like that. We just assumed it was. Can you go crunch your leaves somewhere else, please? Driver Dino Dad. Cluster, I hardly know her. Thanks, Ginger. Okay, but did you see the guy with the Hachima car wrap afterwards? I did not. No. We'll be talking about our experience at Breaking Dimensions later. We're going in order.
Yeah, we're not even in New York yet, are we?
No.
Oh, we're just getting there.
We're just getting there. We're
Yeah.
just getting there. Airplane Big Macs are the best. Thank you, Donald Trump. I appreciate your input, Mr. President. Thank you. Oh boy, Train Glizzy. Dino Dad didn't have pee-pee pants.
No, I didn't bring any pee-pee pants, so we had no dumping of the condiments on the clothing.
He was parked right out front. No, I didn't see it. We kind of had something to do afterwards, which again I will get to. Man, forget the fancy food. Where's the dang ham sandwich? I know they didn't have ham and cheese. I would have considered maybe getting like a ham and cheese sandwich if they had it, but they didn't even have that. And I was gonna get like snacks and stuff, but then I decided to actually have a meal because I didn't know when our next full meal would be. So I decided to just get like a salad. I got a Caesar salad, and like we were trying to find the dressing at first. We were like, where's the dressing? And I was like, I don't think it came with any. And then Dino Dad found it. It was literally in a bag inside the salad. It was like inside the salad.
Yeah, it was a bag.
You had to like dig it out.
Buried in the salad somewhere.
Yeah, not even Lunchables, SMH. I know. They didn't even have Lunchables. Like, what the heck is that nonsense? First class Pop-Tarts. True. I frequently fly business class. It's not that special. Yeah. I can imagine probably not. First class maybe, but not business class. Was just pointing out that he was there and got a parking spot. Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, he was probably there early. They had to probably get there before the party bus. Nice to know the president is a fan. I know. Alright, next. Oh, wait, no, I lied. We have to talk about we gotta talk about when we got there. Hold on, I'm going ahead of myself.
Wow, we're way ahead of
anyway,
it. Back in the train.
So we finally get to New York, and we get out of the train, and we come out of the train station, and Dino Dad and I are like, okay, how do we get to the hotel now? Because the hotel wasn't that far, but it was also far at the same time. So we were like, okay, so we could either Uber or we could try and hail a cab. And so I was like, I mean, I could just place an Uber. Like, it's not a big deal. And then Dino Dad was like, well, there's a bunch of cabs right here. And I was like, well, I don't know how to hail a cab. I was like, do we just go up to them? Or like how do we say that we want to ride? And so we ended up just, like, kind of sort of staring one down while also slowly walking to them, and they were like, hey, do you need a ride? And I was like, yeah. Are you open? Are you taking rides at the moment? Because like we need a ride to our hotel. And they were like, yeah, sure. So they took our bags, they put them in the back, and so he was like, okay, where go? And I was like, okay, well, we're going to I don't know, do we say the name of the hotel? Does it matter at this point? Or
that's your call.
I mean, I don't know. I was like, all right,
in Times Square anyway.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to our hotel in Times Square, and I told him the name and stuff, and he was like, okay, what's the address? And I was like, So I had to look it up because I didn't 100% remember what the address was. Oh yeah, you said it too, and I was like, I don't 100% remember what the address is, but. And then we told him, and he was like all confused,
so
and he was like
Googling it.
Yeah, he Googled it.
And I'm like, keep in mind, we're on 7th Ave. And that's the address that the hotel is on. Mm-hmm. And this 7th Ave, they go south. So if you're not familiar, even numbers go north, odd numbers go south if you're on Aves. And then odd numbers go west, and even numbers go east for the streets. So I'm like, the hotel's on 7th Ave. And he's like looking it up. I'm like, idiot. Go over to 6th. And go up 6th into Times Square. I'm like, you're a cab driver in New York, man. I'm like, I haven't taken a cab since 2001. And I was like, dude, even I know how to get there. I'm like, are you kidding me, buddy? I'm like, but nobody uses, I mean, back 25 years ago, every cab driver knew every nook and cranny in the city, and it's not anymore. It's the same way with the fire department, you know what I mean? It's all GPS. None of my guys know where the hell they're going. They're just like looking up in the GPS and go, and it's like, whatever. Nobody cares. We used to have to like know all the streets and get what street is this and where's that and all this, and now it's nobody. I don't ask them. They just put in the GPS and we go.
Yeah.
And I assume that was the same thing with the cab, but it just was like literally going to Times Square. I would thought he would have known how to get to Times Square from Penn Station, but I was like, well, I guess that was too much.
Yeah, probably.
And then go ahead, you can tell him about the fun ride up 6th Avenue.
Yeah, once he finally figured out where we were going, he was not afraid to run anybody over. And for those of you who are not familiar with how New York is, they are very aggressive when they drive. And I had kind of forgotten that because I have not been to New York in a few years. And I completely forgot that they drive very aggressive there. And this guy was not afraid to run anybody over. It was like, if there was a baby in the street, gonna just run him over.
The guy on the rickshaw?
The guy, yeah.
That rickshaw almost ended up on the Upper East Side. But,
yep.
But, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They were very aggressive, and they were not afraid to run anybody over. But they got us where we needed to be, which was good after we told him where we needed to go, and he looked it up. But we got there, and it was fine. He was just not afraid to run anybody over. But then, Crazy Taxi IRL, oh my god, bro. And then, like, we got to the hotel, and we were gonna get ready to check in, and there was a line! There was a line to check in! And I was like, bro! It's like, this is a Thursday night. Why is there a huge line to check in? And it was like, I don't even know how long we were in the line for. It had to have been probably at max a half an hour.
It was a while.
It was a very long time.
And she's like, but we have to check in by this time or they'll cancel our reservations. I'm like, we're here. I could just yell to the desk and say, hey. Plus the person that would do that is literally sitting there trying to catch up on all of this. So I'm like, I don't think you have to worry about that too much.
Yeah. And they only had one receptionist the entire time that we were standing in line. They got the second person when we were up and they were helping us. It was like the entire time they only had one receptionist, and the people in front of us had a party of 10. They had 10 people trying to...
Which made the line go down once they went.
Oh, yeah, it did, yes. But it was like 10 people trying to check in. I was like, how are you all staying in the same room? I'd assume not. I don't think they have rooms with 10 beds in it. Oh, what the heck, 10 people?
They probably have adjoining rooms, though.
Probably. I think that might have been what our room was, because you know how they had the door?
That's what I told you. That door went into the other rooms. And that's what, so they'd put you at the end, and you'd have the adjoining rooms if you have, like, a big party, like a family or whatever.
Yeah. The floor gets comfy with a blanket. They cuddling up in two queens. Yeah. Man, Beluga, every video I've seen of driving in China is nuts and scares the crap out of me. That's why I'm glad I stayed with Mizu. He was always checked in, and I was just able to go up. Yeah, we were able to go up whenever we wanted, which was nice. We kind of went back and forth a lot. So I heard people driving in NYC. How many lovely hills cutting across the lanes of traffic for an exit? I mean, there was like a few people that like cut over. There was one driver that we had. I don't remember if it was the taxi driver or not. But there was one driver we had that I thought was driving fairly close to like people, and I thought he was going to get into an accident. That may have been the cab driver. I don't remember.
That was the cab driver. He was something.
Yeah.
The Ubers were aggressive, but not quite to that extent. Probably because it's their own car.
Yeah,
so
that's
they're
true.
probably a little more, not my car. I don't care if I hit people with it, as opposed to this is my car and I kind of don't want to dent it. So.
Yeah, that's true. But once we finally checked in, we went to our hotel room. They had us on the 9th floor. The elevators are an experience. This hotel did not have normal buttons for the elevator floor like every other place does. This hotel had a pad, like it was a screen, and the way that it worked is that they had 4 elevators that was technically like 8 or 12 elevators, and depending upon which floor you were on, there was like 4 elevators that were dedicated to a certain amount of floors. So we were on the 9th floor, and they had one that was like floors 4 through 20, and there was 4 elevators dedicated to those, however many floors that is. I can't do math. So
I think it was like 25 floors at sets.
Yeah. So something like that. And they had a pad, like a screen, and you would pick the floor that you were going to, and it would tell you which elevator was going to that floor. So out of the four elevators, one of those elevators would take you to that specific floor. And it was all digitalized. There wasn't any buttons that you would press or anything like that. Like, there was no inner buttons on the elevator. Everything was outside. And I was like, what is this fanciness?
Well, the thing about it is that that's not unusual. Like that, all high-rises always had elevator banks, and you would pick a car based upon what floor you're going. So these 4 cars would go up to this floor. If you want like 25 to 50, you go to that bank. The difference was this was computerized, and it was a little bit more convoluted. But when you got in the car, there was no button to say, oh shit, I got in the wrong car. What you had to go, so if you got in the wrong car and went to the 50th floor, well, you have to go to the 50th floor, and then you'd have to get out and then go back and then get another elevator to go to the correct floor. That was the only other thing that I thought was a little odd, is that there was no way to correct your mistake once you get in the wrong car. You had to get out wherever the elevator, because you couldn't even make it get off at the next floor. So if you accidentally got into the elevator going, way beyond where you're going, you had to ride it to that floor and then get out and then call for another one, which was a little weird, but
yep, just a bit. That Bay Court order was crazy busy playing taxi driver all weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure Salted lives in New York, so I'm not too surprised that he was driving people around. But this man literally finished Anime NYC, got on a plane, and went to Texas. I was like, this man's insane. Like, Salted is insane. I did want to meet him on during Anime NYC, but we just didn't get the chance. Unfortunately, the schedules didn't really line up. So, that's a commute and a half. Just a bit. Salted is crazy for that. I hate driving in Manhattan. Like, I'd rather drink bleach than drive in Manhattan. Don't get me wrong. Brooklyn drivers are pretty bad. But Manhattan is a special kind. Yeah, true.
Yeah, last time I drove into Manhattan, I really couldn't call it driving. I would call it sitting still.
True.
Because you just moved 3 feet at a time. That was it.
Yeah. It was pretty insane. Traffic was insane there. Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, after we got to our room, we didn't really do too much. We kind of just talked.
Listen to the French people argue.
Oh, yeah, there was French people. And they had a crying baby.
And they were yelling at each other, and I was like, I hope this doesn't go all night long. And then it just suddenly stopped. So I thought, well, either they made up, they went to bed, or somebody's dead. So, but whatever the case, it was quiet, and we could go to bed because they weren't yelling at each other anymore. And it's really irritating. If you're going to yell at somebody, do it in the native language of the country you're in, so people can know what it is that you're fucking arguing about. Because it's irritating. You're laying there, and it's like, what are these people yelling at? I don't know. I don't understand them. Speak English, so that way we know what the fight is about. Maybe we can assist you. Maybe you be like, you know what? She's right, buddy. Don't know what to tell you. Put the recall on. Let's call it a day and go to bed now.
Yeah, I mean, at least if they spoke in English, we could have some free entertainment. Yeah, we wouldn't have to pay for the TV.
How rude, you know what I mean? At least let us know what you're arguing about.
French people arguing. That's a redundant phrase. My floor mates are super loud, too. Wait, girl, did you go to Anime NYC? This year? Should have had Beluga translate. Honestly, so true. Dino Dad wants a telenovela. Give me my telenovela! Should have just looked in the mirror and said whammy 3 times. Salted probably would have appeared. Probably. But but then I probably would have given him. I may have. Well, actually, no. I probably wouldn't. No, not at that point because I hadn't had anybody. I was just gonna joke and be like, oh, yeah, but then I would have given him COVID, but did not have COVID at this time yet. Saw 3 people blow up dino costumes on Saturday while waiting in the Good Smile line. What? They'd blow up dino costumes? Oh man. We didn't go Saturday, which again, I will get to that. But should have just pinged Wally for translation. So true. So true. Could have been like, hey Wally, you're up, right? Can you translate this for us?
Yeah, listen to this.
Yeah, listen to this. Tell me what they're saying. Alright, so now Friday, we went to Anime NYC. Whee! What's the Good Smile? It's Good Smile Company. They're a figure company. They make a whole bunch of different figures. They make the pop-up parades, the Nendoroids. They make the Figmas. They're essentially they're a figure company. They make all kinds of different figures and stuff. That's what most of my figures are. They're all made by Good Smile Company because they make they make good quality products. So, and they have a bunch of Hololive things. We didn't actually even see their booth.
Yeah, we did.
Did we go by it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
They had it was actually kind of fancy. They had the wall of their, if you call it booth, I guess you would call it, was glass, and it had the shelves and it had those nice little LED lights. It was really quite neat. It was.
Oh, I don't.
You would have thought these figures were worth like $10,000 or something. The way they had them all. It was very, very museum-like. It was very cool.
Yeah.
How did you not see that?
I was probably trying to figure out where we needed to.
Then again, you didn't know that there was another whole side to that thing too.
Yes.
So.
Someone needs to paint a blow-up dino costume, Scout colors. Oh my gosh, bring Stubby Scout to life. Yeah, so we went to Anime NYC. Hooray! We got up, we went out and had breakfast. We found this really yummy cafe place that was literally probably a couple doors down from the hotel, which was nice because we didn't really have to like go and travel to get breakfast or anything. And they had really, really good food. And I put a picture of the place further in the slideshow. But they had really, really good food and it was amazing. Also, hi Rain, welcome to the stream. So they had really, really good food. So we went there, we ate, and then after we ate, we Ubered to the convention center, to the Javits. And so trying to get in was kind of a pain because like it wasn't even entirely sure where we needed to go because we went into that hall, which ended up being where we needed to be, but they weren't letting people in at that point. They wanted them to go in a certain place.
What it was is that the Uber dropped us off at the main entrance, and the front doors were where the exhibitors were going in. And if you were regular admission, you had to go essentially all the way around to the other side of the building. So you had to go over to the next street down, then go down into this like almost like a loading dock area, and then through there, and then they stuck you in this giant room. But eventually, when you would end up actually getting back to where we were standing before, but you weren't allowed to be there yet. Only the anybody that was like an exhibitor or someone that worked there or whatever was allowed to go in that front door. Everybody else had to go into the cattle room.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went in there. Bro, security was a joke this year. The bag checks were jokes. For Anime NYC or for Breaking Dimensions? Because yes.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother story.
Because yes, for both. Yeah, it was kind of... Yeah, both. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so we got where we needed to go. Do you want to tell them about what happened?
No.
Are you sure?
No. We will never discuss that ever again.
Okay, we won't bring it up. Anyway, hi Noah, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Oh no. What is he hiding? I don't know. What is he hiding? What happened to Dino Dad? I don't know what happened. They want to know. They want to know what happened. You have to tell them.
I am a city guy originally, and I'm usually of the type of people come up to you and they're like, want to buy this, want to give me for that. I usually tell them to go F off and get out of my face and whatever else. But I don't know. It was kind of, I'm on vacation and I'm enjoying myself. You know, this is a much needed break, and this, I'm walking along with the people and this dude, and he's like, "Hey, I'm collecting money for."
It was like sick children.
No,
I think.
it was like you know, it was like little kids, and it was like, you know, fighting racism and all this other stuff. So now I'm like, now what do I say? Because he's got me, and I'm like, I actually stopped. I should have just kept walking. I don't know why I stopped, but I did. The guy's talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, you're from Brooklyn? You're from Bronx?" So I tell him where I'm from, and of course, naturally, he's from the same place. He probably isn't, but he's from the same place. Although he did mention a few streets that made it kind of like maybe. But anyway, so then I says, you know what? Whatever, fine. You know, here's a couple bucks or whatever. Just leave me the fuck alone. And then like another guy comes over. "Oh, hey, I'm collecting for money too." And I said, "Go ask your other guy." And what did I say? Go ask him. Ask him to split it.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you any more money.
Yeah, you were like, go see the other guy and tell him to split
I'm already at the fact that I actually stopped moving. I'm already pissed at myself. But I was like, whatever, I'm in a good mood, and maybe this will actually, I mean, either one of two things is going to happen. It's actually going to help some kids that need, or he's buying himself a PlayStation 5. But either way, maybe I'll see you online. All right, buddy, rock on. But I was like, the other guy comes over, and he's like handing me a card, and I was like, no, share the money with him. I want my card back. Here, take your stupid card. And the other guy,
he wanted the card back.
and then the best part is that the guy gives me a little card about like his organization, and he signs it like he's like some celebrity or something. Like, what are you friggin'? What are you, Hayden Christensen or something? I mean, get out of here. You know what I mean?
He signed it like he was like some celebrity.
It's freaking
It was
Harrison
like,
Ford over here
Yeah,
signing.
I know.
You know, it was Denzel Washington signing off, you know, autographs. I'm like, get out of here, will you, buddy? You know, give me a break.
Dad got the bat down.
Yeah, now I'm irritated with myself walking in, going, I cannot believe that I stopped and whatever. You know, whatever. That's it. New York, you got your money out of me, because that's it. The next person that comes up to me, I'm just going to be like, you know, F off.
Well, Watcher said that they walked past them as well. They saw the same people. And Mizu, who was with Watcher, ignored them, and they called him a racist.
Yes, probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
So I was like, Dad showed weakness.
Yeah.
He did. But it's okay. We
you
made
know
it
what?
through.
I was still trying to recover from the donathon, so money was just automatically going out. And oh, you're collecting money for something? Here, have some. Here, have some. Here, go ahead, have some. Take it.
Is that what you're blaming it on? You're blaming it on my donathon?
Yes. You made me tell the story, so I'm blaming it on the donathon.
I would have just said, yes, I am a racist. Go away.
Yeah, I hate everybody.
You and me both, Dino Dad. Yeah, they were kind of annoying. But we finally got rid of them. And it was a very long walk to get to the line to wait to get into the convention. It was a super ridiculous amount of time they made you walk. That was a super long
and then it was
thing.
this huge room that they put you in. And it was like, this is a very large amount of people that they're jamming in here at one time. And it really gets you to look around and realize that I am the oldest frigging person here. And I'm like,
you were not.
I was so old.
There were other people.
So out of place. I'm like, I should just put a mask on so that way I feel less conspicuous about how old I am. I'm like, look at all these people. They're all like young kids. Like, what do you do? I'm in college. Oh, okay. I'm just going to bury my head in the sand and...
You're not. You keep saying that, but no. Dino Dad, I can guarantee you weren't. Exactly. There were people at the Breaking Dimensions concert that were probably in their 70s. Like, you're fine.
Oh, come on. That's not true.
That is true. You saw the people.
I found one guy that looked to be my age in the line, and I was very happy. I was like, "Hey, old guy, bro, sup?"
Me when I go to cons, bro. It's 100% true. See? Fathom knows. He knows. He understands.
Yeah.
He was there.
Well, I'm used to, I've only been to a couple smaller anime ones. And the Comic-Cons, there is a wider variety of age because you get people like the Star Trek, like the original Star Trek and stuff will be there. So you get people in their 60s and stuff showing up, 70s and stuff. And it's not as like... The anime one is a little bit more tilted towards the younger people.
He was definitely not the only dad there. Dia, don't worry. We have a story for that for later.
We have more.
We have a story for that for later. Don't worry. You guys are going to love it. Anyway, Battlestar Galactica. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Listen, Battlestar Galactica was based Are you talking about the 80s one or the newer one? They were both good.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about the 80s one.
That was like my favorite show growing up. They only had like one season, but nonetheless.
You're out. Wait, what? I saw a guy who had a full gray head of hair that looked geriatric, walking around with a Coco shirt. Oh, I see. Well.
Was that me?
No, you didn't have a Coco shirt on.
I don't remember. I'm old. Remember?
You're not old.
What?
Oh my God, Dad, you are 66 million year old. You're 66 million years old. How is this surprising, bro?
Well, she's 66 million. That doesn't say how old I am.
Yeah, I'm 66 million years old. All right. Yeah. So we finally got in. They let us in. And we did our best to make a beeline to the OmoCat booth. And there was already a super long line to get into the OmoCat booth. And I was very, very upset. Because I was like, I really wanted the OmoCat stuff. And I was just like so frustrated because this was the line right here. This was the line to get in. And there was like so many people in front of us. It was insane. There was just so many people.
And they all went to one of two places.
Yes.
The OmoCat line or the Hololive line.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. And this was essentially, this was just this was just showing like the crowd on Friday, but that's a line. Yeah, it was zigzagging. So it was going up and down. And there was just so many people there. And the amount of people was insane. And so we made a beeline to the OmoCat booth because I really, really, really wanted the SOAR concert merch. Because they had a couple things for the concert for Friday. And I was like, I want this merch so much. It's probably one of the only things I really, really wanted at the convention. So we went there. We went to the line, and the line wrapped around the booth, and I was just like, really? So we waited in line for a bit. Oops, I just ripped my keycap off. So I was like, we waited in the line for a little bit, and I was like, all right, well, we just kind of was like, what do we do? Like, I really want the merch, but like, do we just wait in the line, or do we like just go do other things? Because we're only here for one day. We're not coming Saturday or Sunday. We're only here for Friday. So I was like, well, what do we do? And I was like talking to Dino Dad, and I was like, do you want to just go and we can go do something else and maybe come back and check on it later? And he was like, yeah, I might as well. Like,
you just have to amp the stress in her voice up about 10%.
I was very stressed.
Because that was, 10 times. Because that was not, it wasn't, well, what do you want to do? She was like, and I'm like,
okay, that's exaggerating.
Calm down. Calm down.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
No, not really.
Yes, it was.
Maybe there wasn't a knee slap, but you were amped up. So it was like.
I was amped up, yes.
And it was like, whatever. You know what I mean? At the Hololive booth, it was like, wasn't like a huge deal. And I know you wanted the OmoCat stuff, but we're like, well, who knows? You know what I mean? I can't see them coming to this huge venue and bringing like 20 sweatshirts. I'm like, I'm sure they have a bunch. Let's try back later. Let's see what happens, but let's go see some other stuff. Because the artist alley was the biggest artist alley I've ever seen. It's the biggest one I've ever been to.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of where both of us, that's where the stuff like we were interested in, because that would be like the prints and the keychains and the stuff that people made with our favorite Hololive personalities on them. So we we made the decision to abandon the line and hit the artist gallery. The gallery. The
Hololive booth for the bag and the card, though. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. But we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so we did thankfully, because I do not have any pictures of it other than like our pictures later on. But we did get to go to the OmoCat booth. So that fear was later ceased, because we went back like probably two more times after the original line, and it was still super long, and we had a lot of time to kill before the SOAR concert. So we were like, all right, well, do you want to just go back and stand in this line again? And we were like, sure. So we stood in the line. The line went by kind of fast, but not
the line
super
wasn't
fast.
nearly as long as it
Yeah.
was in the morning.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
You was just wrapped around the booth.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like literally, it was so long that they had to separate it and put it into different areas, and they had 2 different people kind of telling you when you can go over to the next section of the line. Mm-hmm. And this was much shorter than it was earlier. And by this time, we had seen everything. I mean, a long period of time. We're now late in the afternoon, and it's like, well, what else is? We still got time to kill before we could go to the concert. So, what else is there to do? So, might as well. Mm-hmm. And that line was, and it moved fairly quick. I mean, it wasn't like super fast, but it wasn't like standing in the same spot for 20 minutes either. It moved.
Yeah, it moved. It moved a decent. It was a decent thing. So I was also worried that like we were gonna stand in that line for nothing because they were gonna be sold out of everything that we wanted, like our sizes and stuff. But they had everything. We were able to get everything we wanted, and Honey asked me to pick up some stuff for her, so I was able to get her stuff as well, and it worked out. We were able to get all of the things we wanted, and I was really happy. And they had like a little gotcha thing where they would give you like different postcards and stuff of all 6 Hololive members that were part of the SOAR concert, and I got all. Did I get 5 or 6? I don't remember. But I got one of each pretty much. I had no duplicates, and this one lady came up to me as soon as I left the line. She was like, "Hey, you want to trade for Kobo? I want to trade for Kobo. Do you have any Kobos? I want to trade for Kobo." And I was just like, "No, sorry, I'm not trading for Kobo. I don't want any duplicates."
Was she looking for the Kobo, or was she trading a Kobo?
She was looking for the Kobo. She wanted the full set, so she wanted Kobo.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "No, sorry, I'm not trading for Kobo."
I know she got it eventually later, but I wasn't sure if she was trying to trade the Kobo for something or if she was trying to get the Kobo.
Yeah, a Koboker in the wild. There was actually a few of them. There was quite a few of them at the Anime NYC Hololive weekend, which we'll get to. But feral Kobo fans, I know. Yeah, they're just like, they came up to us. "Can I trade for Kobo? I want a Kobo." I'm like, "Can you trade me for a Kobo?" And I was just like, "No, sorry. I have the ones I want." And she was like all disappointed. And I was just like, "Sorry, I don't know what to tell you." It was like, she ended up getting her Kobo at the end, but I think she found somebody at the SOAR concert to trade with her, so she got her Kobo. Skiddo ready to attack. Kobo's strongest warrior was there at the park meetup. Mm-hmm.
But the Omo Cat thing ended up, the moral of the story is it ended up working out because we went way later, stood in a line for a much less amount of time, and they still had everything in stock. So they had all the sizes and everything. So like I got a shirt and a sweatshirt, and they had my size, and I got a bunch of other things. I got the acrylic thing. So I mean, they had everything still. So it wasn't like, and I kind of, you never know. You don't know if they have limits, but I kind of sort of thought, well, I mean, this is the first day of it. I mean, and I don't think they're just going to bring a small amount to something this big of a venue. So, but you never know. You never know. Maybe that's just the one size everybody wants or whatever. But no, they still had everything, so it all worked out. Yep,
it all worked out, and we got our stuff, and it was great. Here's the Hololive booth. They had a huge square-looking thing. On this side, they had all of the different branches of Hololive. So they had the Dev IS, they had Holostars English, Holostars, Hololive ID, a Hololive EN, and a Hololive JP. So they had all of the different logos on that side. On the other side, they had the Hololive Stage World Tour thing, just promoting it since the first concert was that weekend. Device, whatever. Anyway, so they had that on the other side, and then on the other 2 sides, I think they were promoting the thing they're doing now, whatever it's called, the the whatever it's called, the thing that they're doing right now.
The game.
The game thing, yeah, whatever it is.
Ignatic
collection or something.
Yeah. Ignatic.
Yeah. Enreco, yeah, thank you. Yeah, they had a whole thing for like Enreco and stuff. So they had all of the Hololive girls on one side. They had like standees for all of them. So I think they had all of them, unless it was just Myth.
For what?
Did they have Bay for Enrico, or was it just the Hololive concert?
They had all the EN.
Okay. Yeah, because I know they had them up on the side, but I couldn't remember if they had like the actual standees as well. Because I know that they had the standee for the concert, for the SOAR concert, because they had Bay and Kobo.
Yeah, these here were the game.
Yeah.
That was, and they had them all.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if they had.
See, they had like FOMO, Woko, whatever.
Yeah, I just didn't know if they had the actual standees or if they were just on the actual print of the wall. If it was just Myth. I think it may have just been Myth.
I think it was just Myth that had the stands. But
yeah.
I don't remember, because I know Bay had a stand for SOAR. I think that was just the stand for Myth, and I think everything else was on the back there.
Yeah, I think
they maybe did Myth because they were the original EN.
Yeah.
So they kind of up front in the stands, and then they had the other ones up on the wall there.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. They had all of EN. The Clippers have been doing a pretty good job with the highlights. Oh yeah, there's way too many streams to watch. I can't watch 19 streams. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. They had like all 19 girls on there. I'm too short to be able to get Justice, so their heads are kind of cut off. But they had all of Myth, all of Promise, all of Advent, and all of Justice on there, and they all had like the little coats and stuff, the little cloaks, which was pretty neat. So it was pretty cool. They had like a bunch of different stuff. They were promoting the game, and they were giving out bags and stickers each day of the convention, and Dino Dad and I were able to get the bags and the stickers, and you can tell them the cool part for Friday.
Well, the funny thing is that the line in the morning was even longer than the OMOCAT line.
It was, yes.
And we kind of went by a few times. They had a panel at one point, and just kind of walking around. And then late in the day, it was either before. Was it before the OMOCAT or after it?
Actually, it might have been before.
We just happened to be walking by there, and there was a cover employee had the bags, and another person had the stickers. And you could go right up to the guy, and he'd give you the sticker. And for the bag, excuse me, the tote bag, she said, "Oh, well, you get they were forming a new line, and there was only maybe 6 or 8 people in line." So I said to Skiddo, whatever, why don't short line? So we jumped in that line, and then it started moving pretty shortly thereafter. Then they were handing out the tote bags, and I guess we were one of the last people to get them before they ran out for Friday anyway. I don't think it might have just been for Friday stock. Yeah. But nonetheless, we were one of the last people to get them for Friday, so we ended up getting the sticker and the tote bag, which not the greatest prizes in the world, but still it was cool because it was from Cover themselves. Yeah. So we actually got them from the company, which was kind of neat. So and given what they charge for shipping, I was like, yes, I will take a free item, please, thank you.
Yeah. It was we got pretty lucky on Friday because we got the last of the bags and the stickers, and like I said, we didn't go Saturday or Sunday, so it worked out for us because we were able to get the bags and the stickers. Bag. It was pretty awesome. It was great. It was cool to see the Hololive booth because I personally have never seen it in person, and they've been to a bunch of different conventions and stuff, but they've never been to a convention I've been to. So it was super cool to be able to see the Hololive booth in person. And I'm sure it changes per event because obviously they're not promoting Enrico at every single convention, but it was still cool to see it and see it in person and be like, that's Cover's booth, that's Hololive's booth. It was just super cool to be able to see it. And we got we took our pictures with our favorite standees and stuff, but I didn't put those obviously in here for obvious reasons. So and
you forgot to tell them about how we picked up our happies. And for the first time in my life, I wore a happy.
Oh yeah, Fathom, you helped us with our happies. We went to go get the happies. Because I had a delivery that I had to give them, and so I was like, I messaged them and I was like, hey, because there was a super long line to get the happies, and I was like, can somebody give me special treatment and bring me to the front of the line? I was like, cause I have this delivery I need to give you guys, and I need to. I would like special treatment. I don't want to stand in this line. I have things to do. And then Fathom was like, I got you. So he found me, and I found Fathom, and then he gave it. I talked to Ninja, he gave us our happies, and well, she's already pulling Chloe. I needed to. It was fine. It was worth it. Because I had something for them, and they had stuff for me. So I was like, I need my happies. Here's my number thingy for my whatever it was, my order. So I was like, give me my happies. We got our happies. So I have a Gur happy, and he has a Bay happy, obviously. So we got our happies, and he wore a happy for the first time ever. Actually, I wore a happy for the first time ever because I didn't own one up until that point. So it was really cool. They were actually really good quality though. Like they made really good ones. So
this is truly the loudest thing that I have ever worn in my life. It is.
It's very obnoxious, but it's
obnoxious,
cute,
but yet it is also incredibly cool too. It is the artwork is amazing. The people that made these did a great job designing them. It's really awesome. I love it. This is the only place I would ever be able to wear it, but nonetheless, it was great, and I had fun, and I got to. This whole weekend for me was being able to blow off steam and do stuff that I normally can't do, and wearing a happy definitely was one of them. And it was just getting to step out of my comfort zone and doing something different, and it was fun walking around there and just and nobody in the well, I won't say nobody, but nobody in the convention place looked at me weird like, what the hell, man? Like, because everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's got something on, and it actually was like, even being an older person, I still felt like I kind of did fit in because I'm wearing the stuff and nobody really cares. It's not like, dude, you're too old to wear that. Like, nobody cared, you know what I mean? And it was pretty fun to show support for the Hololive, person that I like the most, and it was fun. So it was definitely cool. It was a new experience.
It was something, yeah.
Imagine trying to like wear that around. I should wear that into work. Be like, hey guys, what's up? And be like, what the hell is that?
Feared asked if you were happy with the happy.
I was very happy. The quality was very nice, and there's a giant bay on the back in her idol outfit with a nice little hat. I mean, it was awesome, and it says "What's up" on it. That's right, "What's up."
What's up? Yep. Remember us when you're in the billions. That's not gonna happen, Ginger, but thank you. BRB gonna post a ticket regarding the order virus score. Did they happen to have happies for all 19? No. It was only the 15 members that were in Breaking Dimensions. So they did not have Justice. It was just Advent, Promise, and Myth. So I thought about getting a Mume one, but the only reason I went with just Agura is, first of all, they were expensive. Well, they rightly so, because they were woman made. But also, I just didn't know when else I would be wearing it, because I have no purpose of wearing a happy, like, in public at the moment, other than to conventions. So I didn't want to buy a second one and never wear it. So, but they're worth the money though. They are really nice. So the Happy Project started back in March or something. So Justice didn't exist when the project started. That's true. That's fair. Especially for something I'm only gonna wear to cons. Yeah, that's exactly what my point was. Hi, Skiddo and Dynamites. Ooh, dang, those look amazing. Hi, MDK. Yeah, it was a really cool booth. It was really awesome to see. Honestly, it's nice having quote-unquote older people who care for our hobbies. Don't worry, we'll get to that later. There's a story involving that as well.
But you know what, though? I mean, in the same token, how much do people spend on a cosplay?
Yeah.
And if you're not, like, me, I'm not a cosplay person, but if I went to a con, I would wear the happy again. So if we went to Anime NYC or Boston or whatever, wherever all the ones there might be that we would go to, I would wear it because that would be, like, other people are wearing stuff. So it's not like you're out of place. So I would wear it again to something like that. So to me, it's just no difference than if you spent a boatload of money on a really cool cosplay outfit. You're still doing something that you're enjoying, you know?
Yeah. Like, I have my cosplays, and they were not expensive, but not cheap either. And, I mean, I've gotten a good amount of use out of my girl one. Like, I've worn that quite a few times.
The difference is that the happy doesn't hurt your feet.
That's true. That's true.
They make happy feet.
They make happy feet,
because you can wear the shoes.
Because I can wear shoes I want to wear. I do not have to wear Steve boots like Gura's shoes. That's fair, though. I know not though I know not when I'll get to wear it. I'll look forward when I receive my full Moko anniversary happy. Aw, that's cute. Yeah, it looked really well made. It was like embroidered and everything. I am Ginger, and I brought a dino to Waffle House. If I say billions, you may get billions. If you say so, Ginger. Hi, PCS! Welcome to the stream! How are you? I hope you're doing well. I don't actually remember what's next. Oh, the Aniplex booth! Yes, I was very excited for this because they had, I really like Aniplex. I like their anime style and stuff, and I am a huge advocate for SAO, and I was like super excited to see the SAOA GGO Volume 2 poster that was there. Let me move Dino Dad for 1 second so you can see it. But it was super cool to be able to see it. It was like, ooh, look at that, SAOA GGO. I was like, yay! So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but it's gonna be really cool to see. Stop pushing Dino Dad over. I'm not. I just needed to move him for a second so you could see.
See how mean she is?
Aniplex makes anime. They are an anime company, and they make all kinds of anime. I don't know if they do JP. Do they do JP anime too? Or is it just, do they just do the dubbed? I actually don't know. I may sound dumb for asking that question, but I have no idea. But yeah, they make all kinds of anime. They're an anime company. But it was really cool. It was really cool to be able to see like their booth and stuff. And they were going through and they were showing all different kinds of new animes that they're going to be coming out with, all new seasons of stuff. They had like the little preview screen where you see like the little star. That was a preview screen. They were showing like trailers for upcoming animes, which was pretty neat. They do both. Naruhodo. Okay. Their production and distribution on the Japanese side. Aniplex US does at least cover the English release. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, it was really cool. They had a whole bunch of like cool booths there and stuff. It's just a really cool experience. They also had these. This was part of a collab that was being done for earbuds that I can't think of the name of the company at the moment, but I got to see my girls. I got to see Gur and I got to see Callie, which I was very excited about. They had all of Myth, so it was Myth and whatever this company name was, but they had they had special artwork done for it, and you can see that they're wearing the earbuds, which is pretty neat. I was really excited to see them on this. I was like, look at them, they're so cute. They probably just hire the companies that are actually doing the dubbing. That's fair. But yeah, it was super cute to see all the different artwork and stuff. And we bought so much artwork from the Artist Alley. I'm having a slight problem trying to figure out what to do with all the posters I bought. So I don't have enough room to hang them all up. So I'll probably rotate them throughout the year. But there's just so much stuff, so much acrylic stands, so many posters, so many stickers, so many keychains. I bought so many stuff. Poster I hardly know. Cease, Ginger! They had so much stuff. It was really cool. And the cosplays were fire. The cosplays were amazing. I took the first picture of the Bay cosplayer, Connie Salad. I took that picture of her as Bay. And I took these two other pictures on Twitter. I'm going to just put that out there now. I did not take the Callie and the Fauna and Mume picture. I took the Bay picture. It was super cool. Her gun was so cool. Like, she made it from scratch. And there was a little Mr. Squeaks inside of the barrel. And it was, like, so amazing. It was so cool. And I didn't get to meet Maddie personally, but I saw her at Breaking Dimensions, and her cosplay is just amazing. So I was like, it was really cool. So I heard someone picked up the Kaneko Lumi standee from the Phase Connect booth and just walked away with it. What? You could just walk away with the props? Bro, that's crazy. Bay with a gun, that just terrifies me. I
see the Dinathon money went to good use. Money well spent.
I appreciate that, but I did not actually use the Donathon money at the convention. I did not touch the Donathon money in New York during this weekend. It's all in a special little savings thing right now because I have some other things that I'm trying to pay people for. You guys will find that out later. Don't worry. FaZe was going through it at their booth. They were having website issues, so I couldn't buy anything. Ew, that's annoying. I'm sorry. The fact that she got details on the model of the launcher so correct to the real thing impresses me. Yeah, she did really good. It's really amazing how well all of her props came out. And, like, even the scythe for Callie, like, that one came out really neat, too. Just all the different cosplays were just so good. Just amazing.
Well, you were like, because she was actually in front of us when she was wearing the Bay outfit. And when we were buying some artwork, and you were like, "Oh, you should ask her for a picture." I'm like, I could be her father. No, I'm not. That's just no. I have a line, and that's where it is. And she was like, "Fine, I'll go ask her then." And she was very nice, and she was like, "Oh, my dad's a Bay fan," and she was like, "I would have never guessed because I'm literally wearing a happy that has Bay's face on it."
Mm-hmm.
So, but she was actually pretty cool, and she seemed like very nice. But that the outfit was peak. And what's kind of cool is a lot of the cosplayers I've seen go with the original outfit. She was the first one I seen wearing one of the alternate ones. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, there was another one. There was another Bay cosplayer that was wearing the same outfit just with the jacket that was standing in line for the SOAR concert.
Yep.
So it was kind of cool to see some Bay cosplayers because I've never actually seen anybody cosplay Bay in person before.
Yep. There was Buff Bay.
Buff Bay was there,
Buff Bay was there flexing,
yep.
Showing off his muscles.
Yep. Buff Bay was there.
Buff Bay. Personally, I like Jadon. He was cool. I got to talk to him for a little bit. He was wearing the from the Dakimara, the sleep outfit. And he had a giant stretched out Dakimara into a flag that had her sleeping, and he had a big sign that said Jadon my snore. So we had a little conversation. He was a very nice fellow.
Yeah, that was at the meetup.
But he was there the night before too. He had a different thing on, and he had it on a like a flagpole. I don't know. It was really kind of weird. He had a different outfit for the SOAR concert. Mm-hmm. But that was the same dude. The
legend Buff Brat himself. Yep. He was there. He was there with Maddie.
Not to be confused with Chad Bro. That's a different
yeah,
guy.
It wasn't Chad.
Was it. This was
no.
Buff Brat, which was totally different dude. But he's out there flexing away, and hey, you flex away because you got it, so you show it off, man.
Yeah, it was. The cosplays were super cool. Like just the entire weekend. Because there were people cosplaying on Saturday too, both at the park meetup and at Breaking Dimensions, which again we'll get to. But Buff Bay is a monstro. He's super cool. He looked it. He seemed like he was nice. But yeah, it was awesome. It was super cool being able to see all the different cosplays and all the amount of time that people put into their cosplays is just amazing. And I was kind of like sort of jealous. At the sense of, like, I really was like, oh, man, I wish I had brought my cosplay. I was like, I kind of wanted to cosplay Gura. But at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because it was a very long day. And I know that I would have been absolutely dead by the end of the day on Friday. And then we had a whole day on Saturday as well. And I knew that I just would be so dead tired. And I was like, it's not worth it.
Oh, and then there was Suit Guy. He gave me the Mr. Squeaks bow tie. So at one point, Bay had said she wanted people to show up to Breaking Dimensions wearing a suit. So there were a number of brats that showed up wearing a suit. And so this guy was wearing a suit, and he came up to me and he gave me this. He was handing them out to different people, and he saw the happy, and he said he gave me, it was a homemade Mr. Squeaks bow tie, and I wore it all weekend long.
Yep. And it was funny because, like, we ran into him again as we were going into Breaking Dimensions, as we were getting ready to, like, go into the venue and stuff. And he was like, he recognized us, and he was like, oh, I gave one to your dad, but I didn't give one to you. Here, have a bow tie. And I was like, oh, thanks. So he gave both of us a Bay bow tie throughout the weekend.
But I wore mine though.
Yeah, I had mine in my bag. I didn't wear mine. I also didn't want to ruin it, so I just kind of left it.
Well, I felt like
you didn't ruin yours though, so it was
but
fine.
I felt like it would be cool if I passed him and he saw me wearing it. You know, that makes people feel good when you give them something like that and you see them wearing it. You know what I mean? And I was all out at that point. I mean, I had a Bay hat on. I had a Bay lanyard. I had so much Bay shit on me. It's not even funny. And I was like, this is the only place I can do it, so I'm just going all out.
Yep.
We're just letting it go.
Cosplayed Tighnari and only lasted 2 hours at a con. I don't know how people do it. It's very tiring. Like, it just gets very hot after a while, and if you're wearing a wig, the wig gets super itchy. Like, me personally, my wigs always get super itchy after a while, and they slide around, and you have to worry about them knotting, because a lot of the wigs, if you don't take care of them, they knot in the back because of all the friction that from you walking and like the swaying of the hair between the clothes. It gets a lot of friction, especially my Gura wig, because I wear the hood. There's a lot of friction with the wig, and just like the shoes. I got shoe insoles for my cosplay boots for Gura, and that helps a little bit, like in terms of my feet. It's just like sometimes, depending upon how much I walk in them, my ankles get super sore because of just the friction of my ankles rubbing up against the boot. So I have to like double sock it. So I wear two pairs of socks, and I double them down around my ankles, so it's not like there's not as much friction. I give myself like padded ankles, so it doesn't hurt my ankles as much. But the secret is to wear the cosplay all the time. Yeah, I'll just like walk into work and just like wear my Gura cosplay. They'll be like, what are you wearing? I'll be like, I'm cosplaying. Don't worry about it. It's fine. This is gonna be my new outfit for the day. Dino Dad was evolving into a rat in real time. He was indeed. I got a couple pictures with some cosplayers. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't want to really ask people for a picture. I asked one group of people for a picture with them, which you'll see later. I cropped myself out of it for obvious reasons, but you'll see it later. But yeah, there's just so many cosplayers. Who's this sassy shark girl? Skiddo's coworker. Workplaces need to let us have a cosplay day. I want to see old dudes dressed up like anime guys driving forklifts. That would be something, wouldn't it? I admire cosplayers. My brother had worn a partial fursuit to cons, and because of how hot they get, he needs special clothes to help him cool down. Yeah, I know that there are some that people get fans built in so they can stay cool, because I know that they get very hot. Now you tell them, what do you mean, what am I wearing? This is how I identify myself. It's 2024. What do you mean? I identify as a shark girl.
Well, like the guy, I've seen somebody with a fully functioning television on their head for the last, I don't know, probably 4 cons or more. And it's like, how do you, that has to be uncomfortable after a while. You know what I mean? Because these people walk around all day long. And it's just like that has to get hot and cumbersome. I know some of the ones I've seen, like the Iron Man and a few of the other ones, I've seen them take their mask off, and they are just pouring sweat. I mean, it just gets hot in those things. And
bro has a neck of steel.
I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like, there's the amount of time and effort that goes into making cosplays is insane. Like, I've had to do like alterations on my cosplays that I have and stuff. But I don't think I could ever possibly make anything from scratch for my cosplays. I just think it's the amount of time and effort that it takes, and money too.
One of the cons we went to, the guy that we were talking to, he was dressed as Batman, and he made the whole thing from a 3D printer.
Yep.
Which was, it just blew my mind. Because this looked like something out of Hollywood. This wasn't like some joke costume or whatever. This looked like something that was legit. And he made it from a 3D printer, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" That was impressive. I mean, he was sweating to death already, and we hadn't even gotten in yet. But but it was it's pretty impressive, the things that people make. It's really incredible how they put so much time and dedication into it. So you have to give them credit. You know, I mean, they do a really nice job.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. Like, even just in general, like there were so many Hololive cosplayers too, and like all of the cosplays were really well done, and I know that a lot of people just buy them. Like I know I have, like I said, I've made some alterations to my cosplays, but I mainly just buy them. But I know that there are people like Candy Salad. She makes her cosplay, like the props and stuff, and makes other things for it and whatnot. And it's just super cool the amount of detail that she's able to put into all of her cosplays. It's just the cosplays are great, and they had the blow up Pikachu. I feel like I see the blow up Pikachu everywhere, like every convention we go to. There was someone dressed up as a blow up Pikachu.
The television on the head and the blow up Pikachu seems to be like mainstays.
Yeah, they're at like every convention we go to. It was pretty insane. It's an art to make cosplays and present it. Yeah. Yep, I agree. It's crazy the amount of things that people can do. I miss my own roommate. She's a professional cosplayer and helped me before. Yeah, it's crazy and absolutely insane, but really well made though. It's really cool. So we are now at the Hololive Stage World Tour kickoff at ANYC. So we went to the SOAR concert. It was really, really good. We got to sit next to Honey, and we hung out with her, and it was a really fun concert. It was really well put together. All the songs that they picked were amazing. Bae starting off with RRR was absolutely perfect. It was a perfect way to start the concert. It was just amazing. It was a really good pump up song to kind of get everybody going, to get the adrenaline going and everything after a long day at the convention. Atsuki, my beloved. Yep. That's Atsuki. This is not my picture, by the way. I just took it off of Google and threw the logo on it.
because the phone Nazis
yeah.
walked up, which was a little irritating because sometimes they get in the way. It's like, hey, phone police, can you friggin' at least bend down or something instead of standing there? Because there was this one lady, and she wasn't a small person, and she would just stand there, and it's like, okay, people paid money to go to this concert. You don't need to stand there to see if anybody's using their phone. You know, move along. Giddy gits. Yep.
So this is, pause what I said till tomorrow. Yeah, we're not there yet, Watcher. You jumped the gun. We're still on Friday.
So yeah, this was trial by fire with the light stick. And you just kind of had to follow. Although I have to be honest with you, during RRR, I don't actually know what happened because I was so absorbed with watching my girl on the screen there that I don't know what was going on around me. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was moving or not. I don't know what's happening. I was absolutely engrossed. This is what I had been waiting for. This was something I never knew if I would ever get to see. I got to see her in this environment in a concert. You know, and I was pretty in a state of euphoria at that moment. I don't know what was going on.
It was kind of funny because Honey and I would look over at you, and you just had this big grin on your face as Bae was performing, and you were just there with your light stick going like this, and it was just like we were just talking about how happy he was. He was in pure bliss watching Bae perform. He was just like so happy.
Well, and it's like I said, I don't have many outlets that I can do something like this. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I wish there was more stuff.
My job has some unusual stresses to it that are just different than other jobs. And, recently I had a pretty close call at a fire, and I needed a release. I needed something that I could just let go and be not in my normal confines for one time. And this was perfect. This is exactly what I needed because I could jump up and down, I could yell, I could sing, I could wave a light stick, and nobody gave a shit because everybody's doing the same thing. And I could just let go and get out of my comfort zone, get out of my normal reserved, way, and just really enjoy myself. And especially when she opened, I mean, the building could have fell down on top of me. I had no idea. I was absolutely, completely so engrossed, and I was so happy and just so... just really, like I said, I needed that release, and I was just so thrilled getting to see that and hear her, and there's nothing like the sound systematic thing like this. Like, you could have the headphones on, the best headphones in the world, and it just doesn't equate to this. And then to have everybody else around you just with that energy and that vibe, there's really nothing like it. And that was exactly what I needed. I was just totally engrossed, and absolutely I just loved this to death. It was just what I needed. I was so happy to get to see it, and you know, yeah, like you said, you could have hit me with an anvil. I wouldn't have known. I was just absolutely, just totally engrossed in this, and it was, you know, it was really great, and the whole concert was phenomenal too.
Yeah, the concert was amazing. This is what we fight for, guys, to see a happy Dino Dad. Yes, he was very happy. The entire concert was really great. It was like an hour and no, it wasn't an hour and a half. It was about an hour, right?
Probably around an hour.
Yeah. Back to work for me. I stand with Dino Dad. Thank you, Wolken. Very cool.
You know, and what was cool too is that that night was also the 3rd anniversary of Bay's debut.
Yep.
And they made special mention of that. And this is the part where I don't know. It's kind of up in the air as to whether the whole concert was, if they were pre-recorded parts or not. You don't really know, but they were talking live because she reacted to the way that the fan base, you know, was cheering for her and everything. She was like all like appreciative of the fact that they recognized it. I don't think she knew that they were going to mention it because she seemed to be caught off guard by the fact that they brought it up. But I thought that was really cool that they did, and they mentioned that was her 3rd anniversary and stuff like that. So it was that kind of made it a little extra special for me too, that it did fall on that, and they made that extra mention, and so that was really just a really great thing. All that walking around all day. I mean, here I am at this point. My back is killing me. I've been on my feet all day long, and now I'm standing the entire time. So, and I don't know. I can't feel anything anymore. I don't care.
Yep. Yep. We were waiting in line for the concert, and it was just very long because we were in line for the concert probably for like an hour and a half, and it was like a super long wait, and thankfully I was able to be with Honey and another one of my friends that I met. Got to meet them in person for the first time after knowing them for like 3 years and working with them on stuff, which was pretty neat. So we got to hang out with them. We were just in like one big circle and like talking and everything. And we were talking about like our merch that we got and stuff, which was pretty cool. But it was just like a super long line. Which line were you in? Silver, gold line. We were silver. We were in the silver line. We were hanging. I saw you. You know which line I was in. You were trying to hand me a flyer.
Hey, you want to go to the meetup?
Yeah, you want to go to the meetup? Yeah, I'm already going. I was like, oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah, you did. I already saw you. But yeah, it was pretty cool. The wait was worth it, honestly. We were just like so tired waiting in line, but Bay starting off with RRR was perfect because it was the perfect meetup. It was the perfect lineup to like getting that adrenaline rush and like just having all around great time at the concert and stuff. It might have been a little bit tipsy. That's fine. Everybody else was tipsy too, so.
Yep, she did. They did a couple Bay original songs. They did a couple of them sang "Do You" together with Kiara, which is pretty neat. Oh my god, the place was rocking for that.
Yeah. I was gonna ask how much you drank about it. This is kind of how close we were. This is a legal picture because this was at the end of the concert.
It was over by then. So
it was over, so it's fine. KFP was so hyped for "Do You." It's such a great song. I don't wanna stop. Yeah. Just give me a camera. Yeah, so this was kind of where we were. We were fairly close to the right screen, which was really cool because we were able to kind of like see everything, which was awesome. We didn't really see the center screen too much, but just being able to see like the middle, like the far right screen, being able to see it really good was awesome. So we were fairly close to it, which was nice. Sad this concert isn't streamed, but oh well. I know. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. They'll make something afterwards,
like a Blu-ray or something. I mean, they are all about making as much money as they can, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Blu-ray after the concerts were over.
Police! No, this is a legal picture. This was after the concert was over. It's legal. Don't worry about it. I've been wanting to hear "Do You" as a duet or group song for so long. Well, you got what you wanted.
Who was the third one? It was Bay, Kiara, and
was it Hoshinova?
Might have been Hoshinova. I
don't remember.
That was my God, that place was rocking.
Yeah, it was very loud.
Even Yagu was getting into it.
Yeah, I'm getting to that part.
Oh, sorry, I ruined it. Sorry.
Yes, Best Girl was there too. He was. These are not my pictures. Best Girl was there. He was there. He had VIP access, and he was vibing with us. He was bopping his head. And every time we looked over after we were dancing and singing to the songs and stuff, we would look over. Honey and I would look over. We saw him bopping, and we'd look at each other. We're like, Yagu's bopping. Let's go. Yeah, it was great. It was like, Best Girl was there. He was there. We saw him. We got a standing ovation.
Well, you know what's kind of cool about that is that, I mean, the guy's my age, and being a CEO, he could just be like, you know, well, I'm just here to run a company and make money. But he's like, seems like he's really like into it too, and very supportive and enjoys the product and stuff like that. So, I mean, where do you go that the CEO, I mean, this guy isn't a talent, he's just the CEO, and everybody starts chanting his name, and they're chanting him like he's the friggin', you know,
Honey.
like the Super Bowl MVP, and he's like, you know, and he stands up and everybody cheers for him. I mean, where do you get that? Like, you know, do you think the CEO of Target goes up somewhere and then they're like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
I don't even know what the guy's name is, but, you know, here you got, could be a woman, I don't know, but it's, you know, I think it's cool because they know it's because of him that they have this, you know, what do you call it? This
Opportunity.
This entertainment. You know what I mean? He took a chance, and you know, I mean, obviously he has investors, and he has to promise them that it's going to be worth their while, and he got them to invest in this and make it grow, and you know what I mean? And he's not just someone that's all about just making money or whatever, because clearly he's invested into it personally and enjoys it too, and is very supportive. And it's nice to hear that, because I mean, just some of the things I've seen about some other VTuber agencies, they're not all as, you know, supportive of the talent like that. So it's pretty cool, you know, that he's that into it.
Yeah, we breathe the same air as Yago. We did, honey. Also, hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
We did. We breathed the same air as Yago. It was amazing. It was so cool to see him in person. I've never seen him in person before. We were like, oh my gosh, Yago's here.
And meanwhile, he was like, hey, look, Skiddo and Honey are here.
Yeah. If only. Canned Yago airs $550. Hi, Goldfish. Welcome to the stream. It's all because of one middle-aged tech bro and the dreams of a couple high schoolers back in 2017 that we're all here today. We are, yep. Pretty insane. But it was so cool. It was so cool to see him in person. He was actually like bopping to the songs and stuff. He wasn't like that uptight CEO with his arm crossed watching the concerts, being like, and jotting down things that he's gonna tell them they did wrong later on, like after the stream. Like, he was actually like bopping to the songs and like having a good time, and it was so cool seeing him like bop along to like the songs and stuff. So, and I was like, now they're gonna have to figure out how to get him out, because everybody's acknowledged that he's here now. I was like, they had to figure out how to get him out of the concert hall so that he didn't get mauled by fans.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering. I'm like, how are they gonna get him out of here? Because
everybody's realized that he's in the building now.
In the middle of the entire thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he could be much more in the middle than he was. So it was like, he says, probably would have been better to put him like up front or something. But yeah. But they got him out.
They did, and he was surrounded by Hololive staff. So I mean, at least he had that.
And then they got the security.
Yeah, they had security too.
They weren't standing in the aisles anymore though, blocking the view. So they had to get them. The show was over. The
phone police. Don't worry, the fans could carry him out. Yeah, I would just like do the what is it called? When you go to like concerts and stuff, and they have crowd surfing. Oh, they have Yago crowd surfing outside the venue.
I'm not sure. Although I will say it's not in this picture. At one point, he took his mask off out of respect to thank the crowd for acknowledging him.
He did,
which I thought was kind of cool too.
Yeah, he did. He took his mask off and then he put it back on, which I don't blame him. He must have heard that there was COVID going around, so.
No, but I mean, it was that was a respectful thing that he did by taking the mask off to.
I know, I was
acknowledge
making
the
a
crowd.
joke.
I know. And unfortunately, he didn't get the COVID in the 20 seconds that he had it off. So.
Yeah. I hope he didn't. I didn't hear that he did, so I'm sure he's safe. But yeah, he was there. It was really cool. So that's Saturday. It was really cool being able to like see him in person and be able to enjoy the concert with all the other fans that were enjoying the same thing as you were. And it was a really, really fun concert, and I'm really glad that we went. And I'm kind of happy that they enforced the no phone rule too, because I think I said this to Dino Dad on Saturday. That it's nice that they kind of enforce that no phone rule, because it kind of forces you to just enjoy the concert and enjoy the music and not having to worry about people going and like filming the whole thing, and like taking pictures the entire time. And it just allows you to just enjoy it and live it in person and just experience it without having any technology involved in terms of like cell phones and stuff.
I can say from some of our previous like vacations and trips or even day trips, you really do kind of lose out on the experience when all you're doing is taking pictures. You know what I mean? Like if, like say we went on vacation, we went to a couple museums, take pictures of this, take pictures of the deck, take pictures of this, and we got to get this picture and that picture. I've spent entire vacations just taking pictures, and it's like, did I even know what happened? Because all I did was take pictures the whole time. So being able to, like, I didn't take a camera or anything, and I took a couple cell phone pictures and stuff like that. But to just for this whole day, for Friday, being in the convention and the concert, and not having to worry about like, I got to get pictures. It really, you get to actually enjoy the experience a whole lot more than when you're preoccupied trying to like document the experience without living it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was really nice. And like I tried to take pictures and stuff during our experience through New York and stuff, but I also was trying to take pictures for this specifically. So
But this is different.
It's different.
This is different than when I mean like literally you come back with 300 pictures and you're like, did I actually like do anything other than take pictures? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not for recording and wait, what? Well, not for record or photos anyways. Apparently one of the concert goers was reading Eurocamp for the entirety of one of the BD concert days. Like during the concert or like during the day? Like how do you read a book during a concert?
I don't know. How can you, especially that? There was not like what one would call slow songs that were putting you to sleep in this. Everything was blood pumping.
Yeah, and there wasn't really a lot of space. During the concert, wasn't reacting to the performances. Don't worry, we have a story that's similar to that.
We'll
get to that. We'll get to that. We have a story for that.
But I do have to say, when we we took an Uber back to the hotel, and I just left the happy on because I'm like, whatever, we're going to the hotel. I'm not bothering with it. We get in the elevator, and Vinny Gumbats is in the elevator, giving me the up and down. And I was like, "Hey, Vinny, eyes front. You want to go?" And he, this is New York. People walking around way weirder shit than this. So you just keep your eyes front and off of me, buddy, because otherwise you'll be jumping out of the 50th floor. All right?
Yeah, we did get some. We did get some looks in the elevator, but it's fine.
Because we don't go to the top because they got the safety net. Somebody tries to kill themselves by jumping off the roof. Well, they're not going to make it. You're going to have to go out a window.
Yeah, it was.
You see him? You saw him giving me the
I
up
saw,
and down?
yeah.
I was like, "Hey, bro, what you looking at?"
Well, it was funny because like we.
I may be old, but I still got some fight left in me. Let's go.
Well, it was funny because like we all had our happies on because Honey was with us too, and she had her Kiara happy on. I had my Gura happy on. You had your Bay happy on, and so it's just a bunch of weebs like walking into an elevator with their happies on. And then
except I'm a weeb that's not afraid to give you a dope slap. As you find out.
We just had like the New Yorkers looking at us, being like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
He wasn't a New Yorker.
I don't know what he was.
The kid probably was from friggin' Venezuela or something. I don't know. He was not from New York.
Whoever he was from, he was staring at us and being like,
"Yeah,
what are these buffoons wearing?"
Yeah, hey, eyes front.
Yeah, so we had Honey with us. She did not stay. I just had to give her birthday present. because I'm just such a great friend. So he was jealous of your swag. So true. So true.
The jealousy was real.
The jealousy was real.
You can't, because you can't thinking to yourself that when I'm that age, I won't be able to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He's gonna be too busy having that big old beer gut.
That's
He's not gonna
it.
be able to pull it off.
That's right.
Friend, you mean wife, right? Exactly, yeah. Waifu for lifeu. Skiddosaurus 5 ever. I had to give her birthday gift, so she came back to the hotel with us, and then she left afterwards, and then Dino Dad and I stayed up for a little bit, but we kind of went to bed not too far after that because we were tired and it was late, and we had another long day on Saturday, so...
We did.
I saw where the Dino Dad and Skiddo left. Not as magical as one might think. No, it wasn't. It was just a plain old boring hotel room. It wasn't anything magical.
It wasn't magical, but in other times that I've elected to stay in Manhattan, I'll be honest with you, this was actually a bit nicer.
Yeah.
I stayed at one hotel that was not cheap, and the sink was coming out of the wall, and it was just nasty. And the ventilation, the circulation was so bad that you had allergies in the building, but not outside. So
Yep.
this was way better. I didn't have allergies inside the building, so that was good.
Yep. It was pretty good. The bed was comfortable too. I was kind of sad to leave the bed because it was a lot bigger than mine. I was like, "Aw." But
I didn't know what to do with all them pillows.
I know, there were so many pillows.
I'm like, there's like 8 pillows. I'm like, for one person? I'm like, there's an awful lot of pillows here.
Yeah, there's a lot of pillows. But it was good though.
And it was a little better once we figured out how to work the air conditioning.
Yeah, because it got super warm. Yeah, it was super warm, and like the blankets are thick too. So it was like they're like full on like double padded like comforters. They were rather big, rather fluffy things. And the other thing I'll say about that is that we put the privacy thing on the door so that the room service wouldn't come in and mess with our stuff, and they completely ignored it and they came in anyway. I was like, bruh, what's the point of having the privacy thing on there if they're just gonna ignore it?
It was because they can't read English, so they didn't know what it said. Housekeeping, yeah. It was all right though. I mean, they took out the trash.
New York. Oh my god, they do not care about the privacy thing. Apparently not. No. I hate it when room service does that. Yeah. I stayed in a hotel one other time. I mean, I've stayed in hotels before, but I don't think when I stayed with Dino Dad and stuff, I don't think we actually used the privacy thing like when we went out and whatever. I think we just left it off.
Yeah.
But I stayed one other time without Dino Dad. I stayed in a hotel and we put the privacy thing on, and they respected it. Like, they were fine with it. They were like, okay, well, if you don't want me to go in there, I won't go in there. So I kind of expected it to be the same thing, where like if you put this on the door, they won't go in. But they went in anyway. Oh my god, that impression of housekeeping was spot on, Dino Dad. Can you say hi, honey, in that voice for research purposes?
Housekeeping. Hi, honey. Housekeeping. Open the door, please. It was, I mean, it's, I don't know, whatever. They probably have the things that they gotta do.
They don't need to know English to know what the right side of the clip thing looks like versus the other. Literally, if you don't even want them in there, if you want them to go in, just don't even put the little door hanger on. They'll go in. But like, if you put the little door hanger thing on the doorknob, that should indicate you don't want them to go in there. Totally clipping that later. Oh boy, you're getting clipped. In Dallas, I had an old man trying to get into my hotel room all night. Wait, at night? What? You had an old man trying to get into your hotel room? That's scary. That's kind of creepy.
Was it the guy from what's the one with Peter Griffin there?
Family Guy?
Family Guy. Chris.
Chris. I can't do the whistle, but yeah.
How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, the next door.
You're looking kind of manly today.
Oh, Herbert. Herbert the pervert.
Hello.
Yeah, the next door, some guys with skull tattoos on their faces were talking to each other at all hours. Sounds about right. We had the French people, so. But yeah, so that was the end of our Friday night, which brings us to Saturday. Hooray! We had a very jam-packed day on Saturday. It was very busy. But it was a good day though. It was really fun. So it started off with us doing some perusing in the morning. So we started at Cafe Aroma. That is the place that we went all 3 days for breakfast because it was just so good. So we went to Cafe Aroma.
Did you Photoshop that in the?
Huh?
Is that Photoshop?
No, I took it off of Google.
Oh, I was gonna say, how did you get this angle?
No, I took it off of Google. So we went to Cafe Aroma. We got some yummy breakfast. And they were also having some sort of like market, like a flea market kind of thing. It's like a
street bazaar.
Yeah, kind of like that. They were having like a street thing, and so we walked around there for a little bit. There wasn't really anything we were too interested in though. It was like multicultural, so they had like a bunch of.
Would you like a falafel?
Yeah, they had like a bunch of different
falafels
style foods and whatnot. They had the
falafel.
No, not that. What is it called?
The candy thing.
The candy thing. Yeah, I can't think of what it's called.
People were burning themselves in when they were trying to make it themselves.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of what it's called.
Remember the tea or something?
I forget what it's called. It's the fruit that's in the that's wrapped in the sugar, the melted sugar. I can't think of what it's called.
It's the one that was on TikTok that kids were trying to make it themselves and burn themselves. We actually got a service bulletin for the fire department that was saying if someone were to do this.
Tanghulu, yes, thank you. Thank you, honey, yes. Tanghulu. Not caramel apples, Tanghulu. I've always wanted to try it. It looks really good, but I don't want to make it myself.
We had just had breakfast, too, so it was kind of like...
Yeah. What in the zoomer is that? It's fruit that has melted... It's wrapped in melted sugar. So basically the way you make it is that you put a bunch of sugar in... it's kind of sticky and too sweet, in my opinion. That's fair. You melt sugar down, and you have to, like, boil it, essentially. And then you dip the fruit in the sugar, and you like kind of coat it, and then you stick it on ice so it cools. If paired with sour strawberries, it's great. Oh, I see. Okay, but that sounds like a caramel apple, but it's not. I don't think they do it with apples. It's just strawberries and oranges and grapes. I think. I don't know. I've never had it. Yeah, look it up. It's very sweet. Oh, I think Bibu once talked about Tanghulu. It looks beautiful. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I didn't have any, though. But we walked around there for a little bit, and then we decided to do a little bit of sightseeing before we went to the park meetup. So we got to see the Radio City Music Hall, which was pretty neat. Cool to be able to see that. We saw Rockefeller Center. Then we went to, naturally, if you know Dino Dad, we went to the FDNY store. It was kind of cool. Like, I had not been there since I don't remember. It was over 10 years ago. It was a very, very long time since I had been to the FDNY store. So it was kind of cool to see everything again. They had like they had the whole, I don't know, that's not an actual truck, is it?
Well, it's specially made for, it's the fire zone, and it's basically a public education, public relations place.
Yeah.
And it's specially made. It's a cab of a Seagrave pumper, and the kids can sit in it. And the pump actually works, and it shows you how, like, what happens to the water when you charge lines and stuff like that. And so
yeah,
but it's all like, it's just public relations.
Yeah, the pump on the right side was actually like working. And they had like a little water thing on the right hand side to the pump that like you could actually like pull the levers and stuff, and it would actually like make the water go, which was pretty neat. What's FDNY? The Fire Department of New York?
Yeah, Fire Department of the City of New York. So instead of saying New York City Fire Department, it's FDNY. It's the Fire Department is first.
When is Dino Dad giving us a tour?
So I don't know for sure if this is the reason, but I believe that this is numbered as Engine 55 because actor Steve Buscemi was originally a New York City firefighter and was on Engine 55 for I think 4 years before his acting career took off. So he was actually a city firefighter for a few years, and he was on Engine 55 in Manhattan.
If you need fun firefighter facts, Dino Dad is your man.
Well, it was him, and then I'm trying to think of what the hell the other guy's name. He was on Rescue Me.
Yeah, I know his name, but I can't think of it. I know who you're talking about. I was gonna say it, but I forgot what his name is. I can't think of what his name is. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of what his name is.
Yeah, it's not coming to me at the moment. He was a battalion chief on Rescue Me. He also was in Backdraft. He was the driver of the engine. I can't think of what the hell his name is at the moment, but he was
Dennis Leary.
No, Dennis Leary isn't. He wasn't on the job. It was one of the supporting actors. He played the battalion chief.
Do any of these help?
Jack McGee. Jack McGee was an actual New York City firefighter before he became an actor.
There you go. Yeah. Pretty cool how many like actors are actually firefighters. Like I know on Chicago Fire there's a few firefighters that play on the show that are actual firefighters.
Well, they don't have speaking parts. They're just in the...
No, a couple of them actually have speaking parts.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's I think one or two that have speaking parts that are actual firefighters in Chicago.
Well, if you go back all the way to Emergency, one of them is he was an LA County firefighter, but also had his Actors Guild card, and that was he was on the show as both a being an actor, but he was also in there because he helped with authenticity. So you know what I mean? Cool. Like yeah, so they were making sure like this is how we would do it, and this is how this would be done, and we'd do this way, and you know, unlike some of the shows now that are just utterly ridiculous, that this is like
What is this? The New York Fire Department store? Yeah, it's the FDNY store. The fire store where they sell all the different the T-shirts and stuff.
FDNY zone, I believe is.
That's what it's called.
It used to be. I think it was the fire zone, but I think the fire zone part is the front part where it's the
public relations,
the education stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool though, like seeing all the different stuff and like seeing the actual like replica fire truck that they have in there, because then they have like the back of it too.
Yep.
And they have they on the screen that you see where it says 7th Alarm Manhattan, they had like a bunch of footage of fires that have been put out in New York. And it was pretty cool because they had, well, not cool, but like it was cool in the sense that like they were showing all the different fires and stuff. Not cool that people's houses burned down, but
I would hope that you wouldn't be like, hey, that's cool. Not really. Somebody lost their home. I mean, it's kind of funny because in the first few years in the job, all you want to do is just go to fires, go to everything. You're like, yeah, I hope we getting one. What are we getting today? Where are we going today? And it lasts for a number of years. And then once you hit like 20 years, you're just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm like, I get paid the same whether I go almost get killed today or I don't do a damn thing. And you know what? When there's a fire, somebody lost their home or somebody lost their business. And the mentality does change after doing this job for a long time, because then you're just like, you know, I don't really care if I go to a fire or don't go to a fire. I've been to enough. It's fine. We'll go to one maybe for the new guy, but you know.
I was reading the plaques, and I think it's actually Engine 55 because of something that has to do with 9/11. Because it says, like, a couple of the plaques say, like, the top one says, who made supreme sacrifice while in the performance of duty operating at Manhattan Box 558087, World Trade Center, September 11, 2001. So I wonder if that's why, too.
55 is just the box number. That's the start of the box number. I don't think that... I mean, it could be. I don't know. I really
it says Engine Company 55 at the top.
Right. It could be because that person, maybe that person had something to... I don't really... I don't know the inner workings of the fire zone.
Yeah, I don't know, because they all say it, because that one says it too, and then that one says it at the bottom as well. I mean, so I don't know. I have no idea.
A lot of the Manhattan Company... I mean, they lost 343 firefighters.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like...
That's fair.
So, and most of them would be from the... I think a lot of them are the Manhattan companies, the heavy rescues, because they all responded. But...
Was it, Feared asked, wasn't 55 one of the engines where all of the responders didn't survive?
Might have been. I don't know offhand because a lot of them didn't. Ten House lost all the guys on duty, and I think they lost more because it was shift change. Mm-hmm. And you get shift change, and if there's something, you know, they're banging something for something big, then the off-duty guys are gonna go too, and you know they gotta go help. And they had it was across the street from the World Trade Center, so Ten House lost guys from both the oncoming and offgoing shifts, and I mean they literally lost the whole everybody from Engine 10 and Ladder 10 died, and I know that like I said, a lot of the first due companies, they lost the whole crew. So engines usually have between 5 and 6 in the city. Ladders have 6 guys, and the rescues have 6.
Definitely one of those jobs where it's better that you don't have much work. One of my raiders is a firefighter, and he says he's seen some messed up things. Well, Dino Dad's a firefighter, and he can attest to that. So.
Yeah, I mean the shit that I've seen over my career is just it's not stuff that you forget about. And that's why I said it's one of the reasons that I got to like. I mean, I liked Bay. I was a brat before. She made her 4 songs. What is that, an EP? Yeah, the EP.
Pandemonium.
But that the song "Drown" was something that was the first song I've ever really listened to that I was able to just kind of like get absorbed into, and it gave me like a little bit of peace. Because I mean, really, it's not something that we really like talk about or make a big deal about it. But I mean, there's a reason that firefighters drink a lot. I mean, we see a lot of screwed up shit, and it's just car wrecks, medicals. I mean, 1 minute you're going to a baby not breathing, then you're going to somebody trapped in a car, and then and then you're wrapped in some other nonsense it's just constant with one thing or another. And it's not like combat where it's a lot of crap fast. It's just over the years it just builds and builds with just you get one day that's monotonous, and you don't do anything great, and then you feel like we even do anything to help anybody, and then you just get a whole bunch, and then you get a whole bunch of crap, and it's a weird job, because it's just you don't know from day to day what it is that's you're gonna end up going to. And like I said, it's just a weird thing. And then I've lost friends. I can't tell you. When I was a union rep for a while, and I tried to go to all the different funerals and stuff. I literally went to 50 friggin' funerals while I was doing the union shit, and I said I can't do this anymore. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I mean, I lost friends, and it's just all of that together makes it for a stressful, not in a short term but a long term thing. And that's why I said at the beginning that this was something that I needed this weekend. This is a way to blow off steam in a way that I just don't get to do. Like I said, wearing a happy and going about a personality I like, and getting to yell and scream and let loose at a concert. It's just not something that I get to do, and it really was a release that was long overdue and very much enjoyed.
Yeah, it was well overdue and well needed. So I googled it. 55 was one of the first responding engines. Maybe that's why.
There you go.
I've always respected firefighters. And it was a horrible day. That was a horrible day. My dad was supposed to be on a plane to New York that day. Well, I'm glad that he didn't go on the plane. VTubers do a blessed work that many don't give them credit for. VTubers do a blessed work that many don't give them credit for. You should tell Bay this. I'm pretty sure he did.
I did, actually.
To some extent.
It took a while, and Skiddo was the one kind of kept prompting me, and finally there was a stream that she had that it was supposed to be it was supposed to be a release of a video, but they had to put it off, and so she was kind of disappointed.
That was for Minecraft.
And ended up having a Zatsu instead, and finally I just said, to heck with it, I'm going to do it. And I super chatted her and told her in the best way that you can in a super chat, and she read it and was like, I think she actually understood, because she paused and was like almost didn't know what to say. Like, she was just like, thought that was really cool, that her song was helpful to somebody and stuff like that. But I mean, again, it's hard to do in a super chat and condense it so that it makes sense and is to the point, but yet they get the meaning behind it. And I think the best that you can in a super chat, I think she did. And I just wanted to tell her and say, hey, you're not just entertaining, that the stuff that you do can help people in other ways too. And that's really what I wanted to tell her, because I mean, there's so many people that do stuff that never get to know that they actually make a difference. And I really wanted to do that, and that's where the whole thing about the the rat bros and the Chad, because they all call me Chad Firefighter, and that's where it came from.
Yeah.
That one thing.
Because that's like in the song that I did for Dino Dad for Father's Day, when I wrote all the rat bros say you're such a Chad, that's what that comes from. Is that they all call him a Chad.
It wasn't specifically like all the time. It's like they're chanting Dino Dad. Mm-hmm. It was from that particular stream.
Yeah. They called him a Chad. So, so much to say, so little space to say it. I know, they only give you so many characters.
That's why it would be cool to like be able to do it. I don't know if I'd be able to actually do it, but I would, if there was a meet and greet, that would be a more, to actually say it.
Would you though?
I don't know. I'd probably just stare at the screen and be like, ha-da-da, ha-da. And I said this before. This is a thing that I am totally unbelievable with, because I have met A-list actors and all-star sports figures and been able to be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you and stuff like that. It comes to this girl and it's like, I would just stare at the screen and be like, and she'd be like, you all right? Are you having like a stroke or something? And, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just because it's a different thing for me, I guess. But
yeah. I mean, I think you'd be fine. I'm sure you figured out what to say. So, I mean, I guess it really all depends as to when if they do any more, like, Hololive meet and greets near, like, our part of the country. And maybe see if they'll do any next year.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, not that we can think about this right now, but if they, I'm assuming they'll go to Anime NYC again next year. So, I mean, if they have any sort of Hololive meet and greets there, and they have Bae there, I mean, I'm sure we could probably get tickets for it.
This year too, she's also on the
she's an ambassador.
Yeah. Ambassador.
Yeah.
So I mean that might be part of it too, but
yeah.
Yeah, I the funny thing is I don't actually know if Salta got to meet and greet or not. He didn't really say in his that I saw in the board, but I would have been interested to see if he got to talk to her.
In San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, he did?
I'm pretty sure he did. I thought I saw it.
It was a lottery, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought he got it. The Bae Rats that are here can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I thought Salt had got the meet and greet with Bae. Maybe he didn't.
Because the thing is that in that particular thread, there was conversations taking place between the past meet in New York and the current stuff going on in San Antonio, so it was kind of going back and forth, and I didn't really see if he had said or if he got to what do you call it, if he got to do the meet and greet or not. I'm
not sure if he did. I thought he did. I know I saw a bunch of people on Twitter posting about it, that they got to meet Bae, but I don't know if he did specifically. Anyway, we're so far off topic.
Yeah, we kind of went off the beaten track, all because of this friggin' fake fire truck.
The fake fire truck made us go
fake
off.
rig here with the
silly pump.
With the silly pump here. Skiddo's like, hey, do you want to run it? I was like, no, I don't.
Dino's yapping. I know. The little pump. Okay, anyway. So we went to the NYC store, the FDNY store, and Dino Dad got a shirt. And then we went to a couple the New York store.
Oh, so this is the thing, is that I hate these friggin' stores because
I forgot about this.
Because I was asked to get somebody a shirt, and I'm like, oh god. So I got somebody one of the stupid I Love NYC shirts, and what happens is they put it in this fucking bag that is bright and says, I love New York store! So what happens is every idiot sees that bag and is like, tourist! And is drawn to you, trying to, do you want to take a ride on a bus? Mm-hmm. Oh, do you want to do a sightseeing tour? Oh, do you want to go see the Empire State Building? Oh, do you want to do this? I was like, get away from me!
I was talking about the guy that was trying to sell you the shirt.
Oh, the guy, yeah. Yeah, because I was looking for a particular size. It was like, an extra large. And the shirt that I wanted, they didn't have that. And he's like, and I was like, it was for a woman. And he was like, is this a big lady? Big? And I was like, oh, what the fuck? me? And he's
Yeah.
like, big woman, big. You know, because what he was trying to get at is that the shirts ran big. And that I could probably get away with the size below. But he's like asking me if this is a big woman. And I'm like...
Yeah, he was basically asking if the woman was big. And he was like, oh, 2X is for big person. Or like
big.
XXL is for big person. And I'm just like, bro, that's so offensive.
Yeah, big. And I'm looking at you and you're looking at me and I'm like...
I'm like, it's 2024.
Where are you going with this, dude? Big.
Should have said super big.
Yeah. Huge.
This America.
Yeah. We're supersized.
Have you never seen Supersize Me?
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
big.
That was a double thing. First, he asked me that ridiculous question. So then I was like, fine, I'll get this thing just to get this stupid shirt. And then they put it in that damn bag that then attracts every solicitor from here to New Jersey. And I was like, oh my God, we got to get back to the hotel and drop this stupid crap off because...
It's like the scene from SpongeBob when, I know you haven't probably seen it, but like, there's a scene in SpongeBob where the king in the SpongeBob movie takes his crown off, and everybody just goes, bald! It's like that, but it's like, tourist! I saw Supersize Me. It made me hungry. How do you say that without it being offensive? Is she a woman of exceptional heft?
Yeah. Is she big?
Yeah, he was like saying about like the size that we were trying to get is too big, and then he was like saying about how we could get away with the size underneath because the sizes run big. But then he was like, "Oh yeah, too big. 2X is usually for a big person." And I'm like, bro, that's offensive. I was like, that could be taken very wrong. Like, I was like, that's so mean. Grabs bag. You have alerted the horde. I was like, oh my God, how rude. Like, I'm okay with like comments. You know how like some people make like super like deep like dark jokes that are like that can kind of be offensive, but you know that they're joking.
So
I was like,
joking.
Yeah, he wasn't joking. He was being serious.
He was being serious. He wanted to know because basically what he was getting at is that the shirts ran big and would, you know, if this person wasn't like super big, if like this shirt was going to be like a little big on them, that they could go with an XL and still be fine.
Smacky big pig.
I would be like, yes, this person has enormous boobs. Okay, will this still fit with enormous boobs? Will it? Will if the person had big booba, will this shirt still fit? Answer me this.
Is she a woman with gravitas?
Yeah.
English
Does she
is a
have
hard
huge
language.
tracts of land? Somebody tell me what that's from.
English is a hard language. It is, yes, I agree.
Then don't work in New York City.
Yeah, probably working in a tourist store is probably not your top pick.
Drive a cab instead.
Hey, drive a cab. Yeah, that guy didn't speak good English either.
Oh, Foot got it.
Monty
Nice.
Python!
Yeah.
Woo! Holy Grail! Yeah! Oh my God! But yeah, so we went to the New York store. We picked up a couple things for some peoples, and then we went back to the hotel, dropped everything off, grabbed what we needed to grab, and then we went to the meetup! Woo! We went to the Building Connections meetup, put together by some lovely Holo fans, Fathom included, if he's still here. It was a really good event. They had so many people there. It was pretty crazy. How did you eventually translate it? I mean, they spoke broken English, so it wasn't like
I said
it was like broken
half
English.
big.
Yeah, half
Half
big.
Oh, good. Half big.
Half big. The park meetup was so much fun. It was. Watch it where you at in this pic.
I have to admit, this was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I was going because Skiddo wanted to go, and I was like, well, whatever, you know. This ended up being a lot more fun than I really had anticipated. This was a blast.
Yeah, it was great. It was a super fun thing. It actually made it into the news,
Although
too.
I did have an invite to the rat meetup, and I had to decline because, you know, I had to have some brat representative at this because they all left after they called me old.
Well, you could talk about that if you want.
Well, we were wandering around, and a group of brats came up to me, and they were like, "Hey, you know, we're going over to the shed," which, if you don't know, the shed is where Bay used to, what she calls where she streams from, because when she lived in Australia, her father actually made her a shed to stream in, so she actually streamed in a shed. So she calls it the shed, and now her apartment in Japan is the JP shed. Well, the brats actually found a bar or restaurant in Brooklyn called the Shed. So they were going to go have a meetup there, and they wanted to say, hey, you know, we see you wearing a happy for Bay. Would you want to join us or whatever? And the one kid said, you know, it's really awesome to see that the Bay's fans have a diversity. He basically called me, it's nice seeing that there's an old guy that likes Bay, and it's not just all Zoomers. And I was like, did you just call me old? And he was like, you know, I was like, because, you know, that's kind of mean. You know, I'm here enjoying this. And of course, I'm just busting his balls at this point. But he's like, I'm sorry. And we ended up having a very nice conversation with that group there. There were a bunch of nice kids, since they call me old. But and so yes, so I apparently am the senior rat. And but yeah, they went off to that, and it was actually cool. I had a bunch of people come up to me and talk, and you know, I got to meet a bunch of different other fans. There was the one guy I didn't talk to that was very scary. He's probably the most badass brat I've seen yet. He had these mirrored sunglasses. He was very muscular. Looked like he was from a gang. Could have been special forces. I'm not entirely sure, but the best part is you had to look at this mean dude, and he's carrying a small Bay. He's carrying a plushie, and I'm like, this is such a contrast. So I'm like, see, I do fit in here for an old guy.
You weren't old. Stop. You're not old. But it was really fun. They had, I believe they were talking about it afterwards. In the with the bunch of people that were working on the event and stuff, and they said that they think that there was probably around 400 to 500 people that showed up. There was a lot of people that were there.
I believe it.
It was
even here,
crowded.
like I said, the brats all left because they went to that other meetup. It was only me and a couple others. Mm-hmm. That's where I got to talk to Jadon, my snore. Mm-hmm. He was a nice guy. Got to and another fellow that I talked with.
He's right there. He's in the picture.
Yep, that's him right there. Yeah, this guy was wicked cool. Let me tell you, this dude with the beard here with the Jadon.
Yeah,
he was wicked cool. And there's another guy. I don't know if you see him over here. He was wearing a suit. He was real nice too. He was a pretty cool dude. So
yeah, there was a lot of people that were. There's just a lot of people in general. It was really cool being able to see all the people. We estimated 500. Yeah, there were so many people. It was crazy, insane the amount of people that were there. Dino Dad is not old, but walking his gramps.
Well, that's mean.
A truly toony brat. Mm-hmm. I stand with Dino Dad. We're not old. The first step is acceptance, Dino Dad.
That's apparently it, yeah.
Yeah, the dude with the Gura, with the glow stick, is hilarious because he's in every picture. He was right there, and then he's also in that one as well. All right, we are in our prime, SMH. But yeah, it was super cool. They had like all different kinds of events and stuff. So these were a couple pictures that I took. You can see the Kobo flag in the background in the bottom one. Someone laying with the Bay pillow. Yeah, that was the Jadon my snore guy. Yep. That's the guy that my dad was talking about.
Yeah, he's got if you look at the Dakimara, he has the same shorts on that she does.
Yeah.
And he has a red shirt, and he was there Friday too. And he had a different outfit, and he had this on I don't know what to call it. He had this PVC thing made up so it looks like a flag. Yeah. It was hilarious. This guy was cool. He really was.
Yeah, it almost looked like a giant selfie stick, but it was like a PVC pole that he hung the Dakimakura off of. We're not boomers. We are Victorians. But yeah, there were so many people there, and they had all different kinds of events going on. They had mochi donuts that they were handing out. They had a scavenger hunt. They were taking a bunch of group photos. They were having fan merch. People were trading fan merch and all this other stuff. And it was actually really cool. Because there was this one guy that came up to me, and I was standing with a couple other people. I forget who I was standing with. I don't remember. But he came up because I was like watching the happies and stuff, and he came up to me and was like, I see the Gura is Yoroshi. Or first he was like, he had like a handful of the Hololive Dodger baseball cards, and he was like, oh, I'm just handing these out to all of the people who are like Oshis of Gura, Suisei, and Pekora. And he looked at me and he goes, you're Gura's your Oshi, right? And I was like, yeah, she's my Kami Oshi. Takes the Gura out of the bag, the baseball Gura card, takes it out of the bag and just hands it to me and goes, here you go. I was like, there's no way this man just handed me a card that's valuing over $100 for free. I was like, there's no way that he just gave me this card. Like, there's no way. And he did. He gave me a card that was like $100 for free. And I was just like, there's no way. Like, there's no way that he just did this to me. I was like, that's so cool, because I had been trying to get one for like the last 4 weeks. And they're like so expensive. Like the cheapest one I saw was like $80. And I was like, I don't want to spend $80 on a baseball card. So I was like, I'm so
if
happy.
there's any pictures
excited.
of some girl walking on clouds, that was her.
Yeah, that was me.
She was pretty excited.
Yeah, bubblegum guy ain't got nothing on this race. I know he's got some things to learn.
That's it. Bubblegum guy is way behind card guy.
Yeah.
Baseball card guy is way ahead. He's got some moves there.
Baseball card guy knew the way to my heart was with Gura.
He didn't even want to carry on a conversation. He just want to give you a card and move on.
I know. That's the best kind. Just give me stuff and move on.
Yeah, handing out presents.
I know. It was great though. There was like so many different people, and at one point when they were doing like the fan photos and stuff, they had everybody break up into like fan bases, like fan groups, and I was like, oh bye Dino Dad, because Dino Dad went with the Bay Rats who were there, and I went with the Chumbuds, and Dino Dad ended up getting adopted into the Aristocrats.
Right. Well, it was a multi-step thing. So they had the few brats together, and they did some cheering and stuff like that, and there was we were by ourselves, so one of them yelled "witnessed," and somebody yelled, and the guy Jadon yelled to Jadon my soul, and so the guy leading it there said, well, everybody yelled Jadon my soul. So for the first time in my life, I got to scream Jadon my soul at the top of my lungs, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Fathom, I don't know if that was you on the mic or not, but yeah, you had somebody had everybody say Jadon my soul, so we all screamed Jadon my soul, and it was absolutely amazing.
But then the Iris fans felt bad, and
The
they were like,
Aristocrats,
hey, old guy, come with us. And so
I
ended up getting temporarily adopted by the Aristocrats, because they felt bad that I kind of had nobody. For
the photos, that was Shuvi. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was kind of funny, because like Shuvi had everybody kind of do like a fan chant for each of their Oshis, and we were getting to they did myth first, and it was getting to the Chumbuds, and we were like, oh no, what do we say? Like, what did the Chumbuds say? And all in unison, we just decided to agree, and then they were like, all right, let's hear the Chumbuds, and we just go, stinky, 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 stinky.
I do have to say, chant of the weekend was all I heard was KFP,
KFP, KFP,
all weekend
KFP.
long. No matter where I went, there was just people yelling KFP.
KFP, KFP, KFP.
I mean, I actually heard that more than Bow Bow, which
Bow
kind
Bow.
of surprised me. Everywhere it's just KFP, KFP all the time, everywhere.
Were there Bow Bows? Of course there were. Of course there were Bow Bows. As a KFP, I approve this message. Of course you do. You are a dedicated AFP, my wife. I think Fathom is also a dedicated KFP as well.
Probably the most interesting part was the locals walking by, and they're just like, what's going on over there? I mean, they get the phones out.
Fathom, did you see those?
They get taking pictures, and they're like, what's going on?
Watch, I don't know if you saw them too. You saw the people, you see the locals coming in the park and taking pictures of everybody, like taking videos of us, being like, who are these weebs in the park? Yeah, the normal population was great. They were all like taking videos of us, wondering what we were doing, especially during the penlight chant. Like when we were doing the penlight workshop, they were all looking at us being like, what are these weirdos doing?
No, that was the best, because I had a good view of you could see the people walking on the street, and they were just, what? Some of them were kind of like, just another day in Brooklyn, and other people were like, what is going on over there?
They even wrote an article about it. They did, yeah. It made the Brooklyn. It was like the Brooklyn Eagle or something. And one of the pictures they used was one of the saplings, and they were wearing the "Man I Love Fauna" hat, and the caption was literally saying about how how this fan was expressing their love for fauna, and I was like, they better not like. They probably don't know what that stands for. They were like, they probably don't know the acronym of Man, I Love Fauna. I was like, don't tell them what it means. They're probably going to feel stupid that they reported. Man, I love fauna. I was like, oh my god. Bro, you have no idea. I was there at the park since 9 a.m. explaining to people what I was there for. Oh, you poor soul. I can only imagine. They absolutely thought fauna meant actually like, animals. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like
please don't abbreviate that. Please don't abbreviate that. That's the whole point. It's an environmental group meeting in the park. It was so good though. There were so many people. I got to talk to so many people. It was great.
The USA chant.
Because, USA,
it's
USA,
kind of amusing
USA.
Because they had an American flag
with Nerissa on it,
a non-American on it, and it was just like that's such a contradiction. But who cares, you know? But everybody just starts, and it happened at the concert too. People just start randomly yelling USA, and this whole USA chant starts going, which is kind of cool being in New York. But it's just funny that you got the whole USA
non-American. At the park meetup, it was Nerissa. I'm pretty sure she's American, unless she's Canadian. I don't know. But
no, there was another one, not Nerissa. There was another one with. There was a couple American flags floating around, and one of them had somebody else on it. I'm trying to think who it was. Was it? Oh no, it was Suisse.
Oh, Suisse, yeah.
There was Suisse on an American flag on one of them. Like I said, there was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of flags.
It was Suisse, yeah. Yeah, they're saying Nerissa's from Texas, so.
Yeah, no, not that one. The one from the one with Suisse on it. There was, like I said, there was at least 3 or 4 American flags with somebody on it.
Yeah,
and then I think there might have been a plain Suisse one too.
Yeah.
There was a couple with Suisse on it.
There was the Aqua one too, Aqua for President.
Yeah, Aqua for President. There was the Kobo one. There was a bunch. There was a whole
there was a whole bunch of them. It was funny because I didn't put the video in here. I should have, but there was a video towards the end before we left to go to the King's Theater where everybody was grouped around this one person waving the Nerissa flag, and they were singing the Star Spangled Banner. Then, as they finish, everybody starts cheering, and then they go, USA, USA, USA. It was so funny. It was great. USA. I was in that. Of course you were, Watcher. Where is the Takodachi representation, though? They're there. They were behind. So, like, oh, that's my logo, by the way. I did that. They were, they're like, this is the aristocrats. They were in the corner over here. You could see them better in one of the other pictures that I put. But, yeah, I did this! They had it printed, but I did the logo for this event. So if you saw it, it was my handiwork that you saw. I'm really proud of how it came out. I thought the logo came out pretty cool. So, I think it looks pretty neat.
It's messing with me right now because it's so close to the Breaking Dimensions one. It's
yeah, it kind of looks the same.
My mind is like trying to connect with it. It's like this is different, but it's the same at the same time.
How about the fact that everyone sounded like monkeys in between the songs? I know! It's so funny, just...
Yeah.
The logo came out so good. You and Lishi owned. Yeah, get a little dab in there. Yeah, Lishi did the mascots for me because I didn't have time to draw them. So she did the mascots, and I did the actual logo design. So it was a team effort. And then I also did. If you went to the meetup and you got any of these lovely stickers, I did those as well. So. At least she did the drawings of the mascots, like I mentioned, but I did the actual design of it. So, if you got any of these lovely stickers at the fan meetup, I did those.
I did. I got a Bayrat one.
You did, and I got a Chumbud one. I stole a Chumbud one. Well, I didn't steal it. I was told I could take one, but I did see those. Where were they? They were at the table that had the scavenger hunt stuff on it. But yeah, I did the lovely designs for all 15 members. Pretty cool. I was very happy with how they came out. I thought they looked pretty neat. They were minor prizes for the scavenger hunt. Yeah, they were prizes, but eventually people just started taking them. I didn't go to the scavenger hunt, so I didn't go over there. Yeah, I just kind of went over there and was like, hey, can I, like, I did these, can I, like, just take a bay rat and a chumbud one? And they were like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, based! Just,
like that?
based! Yeah, based. I would have absolutely gone for the Novolite one. Yeah, they were pretty cool. This makes me sad that I couldn't go to the park meetup. I know, I really wish you could have come. It would have been so cool. It was amazing being able to go and meet all the different people and everything. I was cool with people taking them. Getting them into as many hands possible was cool. Yeah, it was so cool. Like, even on Twitter too, like, I saw a bunch of people being like, here's all my merch from the Anime NYC weekend. And I went to the meetup and I got these stickers. And I'm like, I did those. Like, it's so cool, like, just seeing, like, people posting them on Twitter and stuff. And I was like, eee!
The desk bang reroll.
Yeah, it was really cool. Was it any of you that I saw in line? Wait, what do you mean in line? Wait, why? I gotta see if I can find those pics. Wait, what pics? What pictures are you talking? Oh, the ones that you have? Oh, you mean the ones of people posting their stuff? Yeah, I can go back and find it because somebody actually posted it. I commented it because they didn't know who did the stickers, and I was like, I did them, and they were very happy because I saw one girl who knew my name was Watcher because of the shirt I was wearing. I did not see you, Watcher. It was not me. I did not see you that entire weekend, so I have no idea. You know what you look like. Technically anyone in the Discord server. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the Hololive fan server staff probably knew who I was, so it could have been any of them because a lot of the Hololive fan server staff was there too. So, it could have been any one of them. I don't know, but yeah. So I did the stickers and I did the logo, which I was really proud of, and obviously I did the design for the flyers that you saw being handed out too. But aside from that, oh, there's nothing there. Why? Oh, it's the video. So here's the pen light thing.
This was my favorite.
The pen light training, yes.
I had pen light
Hey,
training.
do you want a flyer? Shush, Fevin. Yeah, we had pen light training.
This was a day late and $1 short for the SOAR concert, but it was better prepared for Breaking Dimensions though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was we were prepared. We were ready for the concert. And is she already happy? I didn't see you, Watcher. I don't know.
You ready? You want to start this off right?
Well,
Tiger!
Tiger! So here's one of the videos I did.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Why is it so bad? Why is it bad quality, bro?
Do you feel like you channel the energy to the talent?
They're teaching us how to do the
Okay, good job, everybody. Yeah. Do you feel like you channel the energy to the talent when?
Yeah, so they had lights there, and they were teaching everybody how to do like the different chants and stuff. Oh, it's playing again.
Okay.
Can I go to the next slide, please?
Yeah.
It's not gonna let me. Why? Oh, there we go. So it was pretty cool. Like, they were teaching us how to do the chants and stuff, and they were teaching us the different chants that you could do during the songs, and we were being taught through Shiny Smiley Story. So here's the other one.
Yeah, this is the best tutorial song. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was a good one. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Hi, 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 hi. You can hear me saying hi. Hi, 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 hi.
I was gonna say, I wonder if training would let me put in for an hour for this, because I mean, this was intense training. You know what I mean? This was hardcore.
I know, it was very
fun,
intense.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I never would have thought that I would have had so much fun. Huh?
Those are the only two videos.
I have so much fun doing light stick training.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Training or whatever it was, but it was actually kind of fun. That guy was cool.
Yeah, he was really neat.
Yeah, it was fun.
Skiddo, your passion is powerful. Thank you. Bro, I didn't know they were gonna teach mixes. It was so cool. I know, yeah, they did a really good job with all the stuff that they taught people how to do. It was pretty neat being able to go in and like learn all the different chants and stuff. I had no idea what any of the chants were. Don't ask me what they were. I don't remember, other than what like Dino Dad did. The Tiger!
Yeah, I just remember that beginning. The guy was like, Tiger!
You just screamed it into the mic.
Sorry. I get pumped up. I just think
sorry,
of Tiger
guys.
and I get pumped up. I don't know what the rest of the words were. It doesn't matter. I get stopped at Tiger. I get pumped up. Now I just want to, I'm going back to a concert now. I'll be back. See you later.
Soul food. The only one I knew ahead of time was Taiga. I mean, it's easy to remember. I was taking a break hanging out with one of my friends when I heard DCL start and immediately jumped up and ran back into the crowd. That's fair. I attended a mix panel at Otakon, and apparently the mixes are just nonsense that people made up. It's great. I believe it. They're just a bunch of random words, so I mean, I completely believe it. So here are some more photos. I cropped myself out of this one for obvious reasons, but this was there was a group of 4 cosplayers that were going around just as Ame, Ina, Callie, and Gura. They did not have a Kiara, from what they told me. And the Gura was rolling around somewhere. She was on Heelys.
Which was actually kind of funny when she was sliding along. That was pretty good.
Yeah, the Callie had Heelys too.
Oh, she did? I didn't see
yeah,
that.
she did. They both did. But they were all really dressed super cute. Like, their cosplays were really nice. They did a really good job putting everything together. But I was cool. Bye, Foot. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. You good?
Yep.
Okay.
Too much Tiger.
Too much Tiger. Have a good night, Foot. Thank you so much for
Night,
stopping
Foot.
by. Yeah, it was really cool being able to see all the different cosplayers at the event. I'm glad I didn't cosplay at this because it was kind of warm out, and I knew that I would be dying if I was cosplaying. So it was really cool being able to go in and see all the different cosplayers and stuff. And then so down here is the full panoramic shot that was taken at the meetup. So you could see the Takodachis, I can't exactly. I think this is KFP. The Chumbuds, I can't see who that is. I think this is the Deadbeats. And then you have the Saplings over here. Then you have the Aristocrats over here. I'm not entirely sure who these people are. I think it might be the Cronies, but I'm not sure. And then like Shiori and Narissa and Bow Bows, they're all over here in this area.
The bows.
The Bows. Got the Bow Bows. You know, Bow Bow. But yeah, so there's all these lovely people that came to the event.
There wasn't a lot of teammates, was there?
Not really, no. There wasn't a ton. They may actually be up here, with the KFP, I think. Unless KFP is over here. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really see it that well, so I'm not entirely sure who is who, but yeah. I'm so sad there weren't many Novalites. Yeah, there weren't really any Novalites, and there wasn't really that many Jailbirds either. There was only like a surefire amount over here, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool being able to meet people, put names to faces, because I've been in the Hololive community for so long. It was cool to be able to like meet people and be like, oh hey, so you're that person. Okay, cool. But yeah, so wait, is it not said Novalite? How do you say it then? Is it Novelite? No. Wait, how do you say it then? Oh, Novelite? Nov Elite? Novel Eat? Novel Eat.
Novel E-Right.
Novel E-Right? Novalite. Novel Eat? I'm confused. Looks like a ton of fun. Hopefully I'll be able to attend such an event someday. Yeah, they did a really good job putting everything together. All of the people that worked on it, Fathin and bunch of other of the staff did a really good job putting everything together. It's not light, it is leet. Okay, so Nova Leet. Nova Leet. That's such a weird way of saying it. I feel like there are plenty of Nova Leets, but they kind of keep to themselves in that don't talk to me way. Oh. You worked on it too, girl. I know, but not as much as you guys did. I just did the art side of it. You guys did the actual planning and everything. Novel like a book and elite. Novel eat. Novel eat. That's such a weird way of saying it. I don't like that. I like novelite better. Call them birds. Bird 1 and bird 2. There we go. Works out. Novel eat. I know. Me want bite. Me want novel light delight.
Not this song.
Me want deep fried. Shiri also calls them novella in the plural. Novellas? Like telenovela? Really is. It feels like something that a person who eats with scissors would come up with. I'm novelite and bookworm. I could have sworn I heard her once pronounce it differently. Me think crispy wording, nice. But yeah, so this was the meetup. It was really well put together. It was really fun. Dino Dad and I really enjoyed it and enjoyed the pen workshop. We got to go around talking to people. It was really fun. Really enjoyed it. And then that brings us to Breaking Dimensions. Ooh. So after the park meetup, we went straight to the King's Theater, and we decided to wait in line, which was good, because the line ended up going around the block 3 times, which was great.
Which resulted in
an
hour delay.
An hour delay in the concert!
Because the security personnel were evidently not prepared to handle the amount of people showing up from a convention, where they would be bringing things like swords and lightsabers and bags full of stuff that they just took way too long having to go through. So the good thing is that we at least got to go sit down for a little while.
Yep. So that's why they waited for 1 hour for the stream to start. Yep. We got there at like probably a little bit before 4:30, and we were in the lines, like where the barriers were to get in. The line wasn't like ridiculously long. It wasn't terrible for us to get in. We probably
at that time.
No, I know.
Later, on the other hand.
No, I know. I know. I'm talking about us specifically.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that long for us to get in, and because like Watcher said, he got there at 5 and didn't get in until 6, because everybody else probably was getting in around 5, and like even like when we were getting ready to go in, the line was long.
It was long, but I think the difference was a lot of the people that were in front of us came from the meetup and stuff. So they I think the big hang up was the people that came from the con with all of their stuff. Speakers. And it just took security so long for them to go through their bags and whatever else. Yeah.
Honey said, "Speak for yourself. I needed coffee." That's your own fault. That's why you ended up waiting for like so long to get in, because you needed coffee. So that's why I waited for 1 hour for the stream to start. Yep. They delayed it an hour because the line to get in was like 3 blocks long, and they were taking a long time to get people in. So they don't know Holofans. Nope.
Which at one point the line did move, which I was very thankful for, because we were in direct sunlight and it was.
Yeah, I was getting hot.
I was starting to get burnt.
Yep.
And then they moved people they shifted them a little bit, and I got in the shade. I was like, oh, this is so much better.
Yeah. It wasn't too long of a wait. I mean, we were there for a pretty decent amount of time, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty great.
And then of course you wanted a water. And so we went into the concession stand. And would you like to guess how much 2 lemonades and a regular soda can and a little thing of gummy bears cost? Take a wild guess.
Let them guess. Let them guess before you say anything.
We're talking about like 2 cans of soda and a little thing of gummy bears.
Have you seen the one picture of Jinro handing security his Kiara plush tree and Ida bags? It's so funny. I did actually. I did see that. It was kind of wild how they were just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Ear said $7,000. Beluga said 15. Ginger said 38. Chris said 20. Rain said 37. Mess said 25.
Yeah, it was like $25.
Yep.
And I'm talking about lemonade in a soda can. You know, not a big can. I'm talking about a little regular size vending machine soda can. I was like, yeah, break.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, oh, I love it here.
All right, I gotta go for now. See you all later. Okay, bye, Tyrus. Thank you so much for coming by. Good night. Yeah, it was pretty insane the amount of things that they charge you up the butt for in New York. But that's the New York life for you. But
well, it's the venue.
Well, yeah, but I mean anything in New York.
Your butt over there.
Everybody in New York sticks up your butt up there at the prices.
Do you know what I paid for Chinese last night? It's no
I
different
mean,
here.
yeah, I know, but still.
It's no different here.
We'll go to the New York concession rates.
Then we got to sit down for a while, which was nice, because then we'd be standing for most of the concert. So it was good to take a breather and get to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, but we got to rest and we got to like vibe and relax and everything. And here are a couple pictures. We got the King's Theater sign showing Hololive August 24th and 25th have been sold out. Dino Dad and I took a picture of our light sticks together. I got my Gura color and he's got his Bay color. And then here's a picture of the two of us together, edited for obvious reasons. So the people, after we got through security, were like, hey, you want to take a picture together? I was like, yeah, sure. So we took this picture. And the main reason I like included this is because I wanted to show you guys the happies.
What's up?
So I got the what's up?
Oh, that's my little bow tie.
And the witness me. Yep, and he's wearing the bow tie. And mine say shrimp and chum bud, which I'd like to file a complaint, Fathom, for the person who did the chum bud happy that made the shrimp and the chum bud in Comic Sans font. I hate that font. Uh-oh.
On this date, let it be known that she hates this font.
I hate the Comic Sans font. I gave playful trash about it. I was like,
I just want to point out that I did take the sunglasses off when we went into the other part, so I wasn't wearing sunglasses.
No.
That is how big my head is, though.
No.
It's a huge head.
Graphic designer Skiddo is triggered. He's just a bit, but it's fine. I think it's a meme, bro. I don't know. You chum buds are special. Listen, whether we're special or not is not the point. My Oshi Dino Dad has shades. He does. But yeah, so this was the this was the happies, and this is the happies we were wearing, and well, that sun really got to you. It did, didn't it?
It did. It burnt. It burnt. It burns. It burns.
It's your fandom controls them. No, I don't wanna. We're chaotic. What do you want from me? Make Gura control them. We're built different. So yeah, it was really cool. So we got our picture taken together, and got to have our lovely got to show off our lovely happies. We got our light sticks. Skiddo hates Comic Sans, noted. Yes. And we were also on the board. I lied. Hee hee. This is how close we were to the stage. So this is how close we were to the stage. We were pretty close up. It was pretty great. Being able to actually like go in and have a decent view of everything and not have it like completely obscured too much. Once it like got filled in a little bit more, it was I wouldn't say it was harder to see, but there was a lot of tall people, and it's kind of a little bit of a disadvantage when you're short. But it was still really cool being that close to. I mean, we weren't like the closest you could be, but like we were pretty close, so we were able to see everything pretty decently.
I thought it was a good distance.
Yeah, it was a pretty good distance. Yeah.
You could see everything just fine.
How was it watching it in person compared to online? So good.
It's different. It really, like, watching online is cool. It's good to be able to see it, but I mean, honestly, what makes this is the vibe in the theater. Mm-hmm. All the people jamming, the energy. The energy is just, it's intense. It's really something that it's hard to describe, but it really, it's just a whole experience. Just being there with everybody getting into the same songs that you are, everybody doing the same thing, the light sticks going. I mean, it's really is, the experience is just way different. And the theater sound, I mean, that's what I loved about when I went to one and I got to see a karaoke at one of the what was it, Boston? I think it was Boston. We had the karaoke. The sound system there was like, I got to see a concert because this sound is just awesome. And being able to have the sound system in there with all the people in it, it's just the experience is just, it's just so much different than being at home. And it's not that the home experience isn't good, but it's that this was well worth going to. It was awesome. This and SOAR was both amazing.
Yeah, they were both really, really good. And the angle was really good too. Like we were basically center to the screen, which was pretty great. And being able to just be at that close of a distance. But, I mean, like I said, it wasn't super close, but it was close enough that we had a pretty good view. And it wasn't, like, too obstructed by anything. It was really, really good to be able to just experience it. And basically what I said before, too, like, with the no phones thing. Like, just being able to just get lost in the music and just enjoy it. And enjoying every second, like, just vibing with the pen light, like, just being able to sing along to the songs. When Kiara sang Pineapple, I absolutely lost it. Because awesome. Pineapple is my favorite Kiara song, and along with Sparks. And the fact that she sang that at the concert when we went was just amazing. And I was like singing my heart out to Pineapple. Got that pineapple. Yeah, you got it. You got that pineapple. I just lost it because that's one of my top favorite Kiara songs of all time. And I'm just so happy that I was able to experience it in person. I was singing along to it. I was vibing, screaming, having the best darn time of my life. And then, so we actually were able to make it onto the screen, which was pretty neat. We were on the same screen. And so here are our messages that actually made it on the screen. So you can see it in the actual recording of the stream, and you were able to see it in the actual like theater as well.
I had to say, seeing it on the screen, I was like, I could have come up with something better to say. That was kind of corny. I was like,
I mean, what else are you gonna say? They only gave you so many characters. I spent probably 20 minutes trying to figure out what to say for mine. So that's why it's that's why it's so shortened and the English isn't exactly perfect. That's why it's like so proud to be a tone bud. You're amazing. Because I was like, there's only so many letters it gives you, and I couldn't write Skiddosaurus Rex without like shortening it in some way. So, bow bow represented. Bow bow, bow bow. There were so many bow bow like messages on these things. So, and Holo Takeover had their own art little thing there too. So. They should have put the Chum Bud messages in Comic Sans. Fazin! Don't even! How are they gonna know? Well, I guess they would know because you had to pick which Oshi you were doing. But aside from that, no Comic Sans. Skidoodle on screen. I know. That's me. That's me. I'm on there.
Well, you heard what happened when you went to the bathroom, though, right?
When I went to the bathroom? No.
FDNY showed up? You saw the picture of the truck outside, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know why?
No.
Because Small Bay was mad.
Oh, my God.
And Small Bay hitched a ride with Tawalata 157 to go to the concert, to come in, and she said, you suck. And I was like, how did you get here? She's like, 157 truck. And I was like, what? She's like, I'm a truckie now. And then she gave me the finger and left.
Oh my
so
God.
apparently she was mad at me for not taking her to the concert, and she hitched a ride with Tawalata 157. So I was like, okay. This is what I got to deal with my plushies. You know, other people, they just sit on a shelf. No, I get the possessed ones that are mad that I don't take them to concerts because everybody else took their plushies.
Watcher said they pulled up to right where he was in line and they were asking what was going on.
And they're like, why is this plushie riding with us?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, who was mad at you? Small Bay.
Small Bay was mad I didn't take her because everybody else took their Small Bays and I left mine at home. So she hitched a ride with Tawalata 157 in Brooklyn and made them drop her off at the concert.
Yep, she was angry.
Oh well. I mean, the guy in front of me had his little fauna.
His sapling.
And was, what are you gonna do?
This is not my picture. I did not take this illegally.
Disclaimer.
This is of Gura's concert. The Gura song. She's pointing at the fans, going wee. So yeah, it was a really cool experience being able to see it, and I loved it. I loved Gura. I loved seeing Gura in person. It was so cool. So amazing. Then here's the MC between Callie and Bijou. And the fact that she got the entire the fact that Bibu got the entire theater to do the I already forgot how it goes. She got the entire theater to do the I just wanna be or she Yori.
Yeah. I was like, you gotta.
She got everybody to do the Bibu tax.
Yep, she did. Although, I tried to get a chant going where I say skid, and they say knee.
My God.
Like, I say skid, you say knee. Skid, knee, skid, knee, skid, knee. You know, I wanted to get that one going.
Oh my God.
I think we should do that. I think we should do that at a
We're not skidney.
At your next karaoke, we should get that going in chat, right?
No.
We'll have half a chat say skid and the other half say knee.
No.
We can work this out ahead of time as to who says what. Or I could
Honey
just
said
say
no.
I could say skid and everybody else says knee.
Honey says no. That little girl in the shark suit, though. I know, she was so cute. Oh my gosh, it was adorable. There was a thing going around where Gura was pointing at the audience, and there was a little girl in the front row, dressed in a shark outfit, like looking up at her, all admired.
Oh yeah.
Like all excited to see Gura on the stage. It was so cute. It was adorable.
Was she actually pointing at us or at her?
Well, she was pointing at the audience, but people were saying that like it was like pointing at her kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, from what Bay said in her stream, that they could see the audience. Mm-hmm. So, who knows?
Please,
I don't know what they were looking at or how you know what I mean, how clear it was or whatever. But
yeah, cameraman knew exactly what they were doing. Mm-hmm. Please, Dino Dad, don't fall to the dark side. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're having fun, aren't we?
Yep.
I mean, the only thing, this was completely awesome. The only thing was that I was a little disappointed that Bay's solo and her MC night was Sunday when we weren't going to be there. It would have been cool to yell, you know, do the Jadon thing with her, but
yeah,
you know, honestly, it's kind of like a minor thing. I wouldn't even call it a damper. It's just a minor thing because I had so much fun, and this concert was great, and she was live in this one too, and got to see her in SOAR. So I mean, it would have been cool if what?
Yeah, I was reading Vulcan's comment. Yeah, it would have been cool to see like actually Bay's stuff, but I mean, at least we got to see her at SOAR.
But I was, yeah, and she did perform. It's not like she didn't perform at all. It's not like she wasn't in it at all. It just would have been cool to see the Gecker and then have her MC. But you know, like I said, it's not a huge thing. I'm glad you got to see Gura solo. That was cool. That worked out good.
And Iris.
And Fauna doing Stay With Me. Oh my God. That was phenomenal.
I was so excited being able to hear Carbonated Love.
I really love Stay With Me and having Fauna do it live. Fauna do it live. What the fuck? Fauna do it live was that was really good too.
Yeah, I absolutely loved Carbonated Love. That's been my song lately. So hearing Iris sing it live was amazing because Iris, obviously, like I've said before, is one of my Oshis. So I made it pretty good with the Oshis performing, because like my Oshis, I have Korone, I have Mume, I have Iris, Gura. I mean, Marine's wasn't part of it, and Pekoda isn't either. But like I made out pretty good with seeing my Oshis and stuff on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Bay was in Blue Clapper, which that's
Blue Clapper. Let's go.
That may be the top song of the night.
Yeah.
Because that's where the incident took place.
Ah, yes, the incident.
This is the incident that we refer to as the Brooklyn Bonk.
Okay, you guys aren't ready for this. You guys are gonna lose it. Okay, go ahead. You can tell it.
So we first have to set the stage. So in front of us, and in front of me specifically, there's a gentleman that's in my age area, a little bit younger, and he's a very well-built gentleman, and he's wearing a hat, and he is there because he brought his son. And this gentleman has zero interest in what is going on there. He sat in his seat with his arms folded the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
he stood a couple times.
He stood a few times, said, fuck this, and sat back down. And no interest. stone-faced the entire time, didn't move. And he's only there because he brought his son that was in his teens and whatnot, you know. So he's there. Now, when everybody else is standing, one must remember that it might forget that perhaps there's a person sitting down in front of you. And when you have now lost yourself to this amazing experience, that you are now totally let go of all your inhibitions, and you're engrossed in this amazing, you know, this bop song that your favorite idol is in, and you're going with the light sticks, and you're doing the hi, and maybe on a downward motion that has a little bit too much thrust in it, and you perhaps strike said man in the skull with your with your light stick to the point that you hear over all of the people screaming and yelling, and the can didn't move. He moved a slight tad, and that was it. I thought I broke my light stick. I hit him so hard.
Yeah, you were gonna apologize to him.
Oh shit! I was like, I'm sorry, and the guy never moves. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm going back to the song then. Hi.
And I had no idea this happened until after the fact. I didn't even know he hit him in the head until he told me afterwards.
The Brooklyn bonk, where I nailed this guy in the head with my light stick, because I was
grandpa to sleep.
Totally lost situational awareness. Was just enveloped in this song. Completely forgot that this guy was sitting down in front of me, as everybody else was standing, and a little too much momentum on the downward swing. You know, too much pumping up on the high, and the down was a. And they said in the light stick training, don't hit anybody with your light stick. Well, sorry, I failed that part of the program, because I hit this guy right in the noggin.
Yep.
And he barely
did
moved.
Not even care.
Didn't seem to care. It was like, you know what? It's just par for the course tonight.
Yeah, this man was already miserable. He had people screaming in his ear. He had light sticks waving in his face, and then the icing on the cake is getting hit in the head with a light stick.
Well, I mean, you know, the guy next to me, all he did was just yell. He was really pumped up, and he just kept yelling, "Let's fucking go!" all the time. So how do you not get pumped up with that? Between having your blood pumping with this song, "Let's fucking go," and it's just you know, it's just finally, it's just the arms and stuff, they go on their own. They don't, the mind no longer controls them, and the light stick is everywhere, and somebody gets hit in the head. I mean, it's just, you know.
Well, it's funny too, because I wasn't snooping, I wasn't eavesdropping.
Yes, you were.
But I just happened to look down, and he was texting someone about his, like, I don't know, I just happened to look down.
I happened to look down, and I happened to read what he was typing.
It was like, I just happened to look down, and I saw what he was talking. I saw his conversation he was having with the other person, and he was like talking about his son. He was like, "No wonder why he wants to learn Japanese. Half of this concert is in another language you can't understand." I was like, "Not necessarily." I was like, "Most of it's in English." I was like, "The songs are just in Japanese." No wonder why he wants to learn Japanese. Half of the stuff is that he likes is in English. Is it in English?
Typing, yeah, this friggin' old guy wearing some sort of weird ass kimono just hit me in the head with a friggin' stick. I swear to God. With a stick.
If one more person screams at me, I'm gonna scream back.
One more person scream. But yep, so that was my highlight, beating a man with my light stick.
Mm-hmm. It's his fault for being sour.
Well, if he stood up, I wouldn't have hit him. So, you know, get with the program, buddy.
I mean, I was happy he wasn't standing up because he wasn't in my way.
He was kind of tall.
He was very tall, and he was blocking my view.
Yeah. So for that, he got hit in the head.
Yes.
He did the right thing by letting you see by sitting down, and then
he got bonked.
Right. He bonked. Actually, the person that should have gotten bonked was the kid, because he's the one that kept raising the thing up so people couldn't see. And it was like, you know, don't.
Yep.
It's okay to hold up your plushie, but don't hold it up so high that people can't see. So he should have gotten the light stick.
He should have gotten the bonk,
I think the guy next to me I think he had a little too much coffee, maybe a little too much soda or whatever. He was all over the place, so I don't think he really cared one way or the other.
Nope.
I'm surprised he didn't. That would have been great if I hit the dad and he hit the kid at the same exact time. That would have been like unified unison
hitting,
friggin' skull cracking. That would have been pretty awesome.
Bonking in unison.
Yes. Then it really would have been the Brooklyn bonk.
As a big reason I want to learn Japanese. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I tried for a year and gave up. I was
Good
like,
luck with
you know
that.
what?
Let me know how that works out for you.
Of course, I honestly, if you were literally gonna try and do it, I do not recommend Duolingo for Japanese.
Premeditated family assault.
It wasn't premeditated. It was in the moment. It was more like, you know, in the moment, you know, aggravated light stick assault.
Sour or not, I give him credit for supporting his son's interest. I don't know if he was supporting his son's interest so much so that he was his ride.
Yeah, I think the mother made him go.
Man must have really got confused by the Irish Suse MC. Probably, because they were speaking in Japanese. I will give Suse credit, though. She was trying very hard to speak English. And her English isn't actually that bad. So I give her credit for trying her best to speak English.
Oh, can we talk about how she talks about how she got off the plane.
Oh, Iris, yeah.
And she was like, they're like, oh, you know, it was a long plane ride. It you know, it sucked being on there because it's 12 hours, you know, from the East Coast U.S. to Japan, roughly, depending upon, you know, headwinds and stuff. So it's roughly about 12 hours. And they were like, oh, you know, just want to get off this plane. And Suse wanted to have some food. So she had pizza, and she loved the pizza. Now, keep in mind, you're in, like, one of the pizza capitals of the U.S. here, between New York and Chicago, depending upon which style you like. And she's all like, oh, the pizza was awesome. And then Iris says, well, pizza tastes good, but it's really not healthy. You know, anybody really want to have a good salad? And, like, everybody booed her. And was like, ah! It's like, you're in New York. You don't ask for a salad in New York. And she was like, what? Oh, it's okay. Pizza it is. And it was... But it was so funny that they, not in a mean way, but were like, you know, basically, no, not here. You're not going to sell your salad here. We go with the pizza. And Suse was like, pizza! And they were like, ah!
Yeah. Iris is a very healthy person. So she was like, oh, how about some salad? And they were like, no, I'm not having salad here. My favorite Suse line, 100% when in Rome. I want to point out Iris doesn't really eat her veggies either. Wait, really? I thought she was a healthy person. Bruh, I feel lied to. I love pizza. I love meat. Oh, yeah, she said that.
Yeah, why not both? Right, exactly. How many people have a slice of pizza and a salad? You know, A lot of people do that. The best of both worlds.
For a given value of healthy. Fair enough. But yeah, it was pretty funny. She said it and then tweeted it out later. Oh, did she? Yeah, it was pretty funny. Suse's mom apparently is an English teacher from what chat said.
Oh, really?
Did not know that. Today I learned. This is America. We don't do that here. We're gonna turn into the people from WALL-E before you know it. You'll be having the motorized chairs that will go around and have the screens implanted in our faces or whatever. No, she eats meat 99% of the time. Her veggie sources are veggie sticks. That's a mood! Oh my god, Iris really is my Oshi. I love pizza. It may not be healthy, but it's good. So true. So true. But I like salad. I do too. It's okay.
I mean, for me, it's like,
Machi.
What's the difference? Because, I mean, there's pizza all around here too, you know, and
it's everywhere.
In the city, it is a little... It is good, but there's a lot of good places here too. I mean, you throw a stick and you're hitting a pizza joint. The bagel, on the other hand, that's a fine thing for the city when they're made fresh.
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
There it is.
She's gonna be proud.
You know, I didn't even think of that when the bagel. I was actually thinking of a bagel. I was actually going to take a bagel and fling it into the ocean and Honey's. You know,
in Honey's honor.
In Honey's honor, I was going to take one of them, but I had to bring one home for somebody. So,
yep. I
didn't fling it into the ocean, which I guess I don't know if I guess it is the Hudson Bay. So I guess it would be a bay. So therefore, it would
be a bagel.
So the bagel would be flying over the bay.
What was the best thing you ate? Did I hear bagel? You did, waifu. You did. I mean, we didn't really eat a ton, which I guess we'll get to that point because there is still more to the slideshow. But let me finish the slideshow first, then we'll answer that question.
We didn't have pizza.
No, we didn't have pizza. Look, it's me. Look, it's me. As a foreigner who went to New York, it me.
You really had to write that.
It me. Yes.
Like they wouldn't know that.
Yes, I had to make sure that they knew that it me. Fair food options are optional. It her. Fast. Fast food is fast. That's exactly what it is. It's fast. Who dat? It me. And then.
Cookies of fortune.
Skiddosaurus has been reunited. Wow. And then. Thank you for understanding my reference. I appreciate you, honey. Skiddosaurus was reunited. We met together once again. Skidney 5 ever. No, Skidney.
I say skid. You
no,
say knee?
no. This is not the knights who say knee.
Me. The knights who say me.
So yeah, honey was also at the concert. So we met up after the concert. And we had a little VTuber selfie going on. We got to have some nice little pictures together. We were reunited once again, even though we were reunited on Friday. But aside from that, we were reunited on Saturday. Also, honey, I swear it was not me who said skinny during your birthday. Yep, so that was us all together. And then after the I actually don't remember what's after this. I think, is it the, yeah. So after the concert, we went out for dinner with, my lovely waifu for lifeu. And so we went out and she treated us to Korean barbecue for the first time. Which was very interesting, because I've never had anything like this before. I've never been to a place where they cook in front of you. So it was very interesting, and I was a very vanilla person. I had the steamed egg, and then I just had the beef. I didn't dip it in anything. But it was really cool being able to try something different. You barbecued a Korean? No.
Well, I mean... Sacrifices must be made.
Hey, what? No way that's your first time. Well, it is. I'm sorry. I am American as it comes. I've never tried this kind of Korean... I've never tried this style of food before. This is the first time. I don't think... Is this your first time, too?
It was for Korean, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone to Japanese steakhouses, which are a little different. Some of the stuff was similar, but... This was also like the basic stuff. They didn't want to kill us with, anything that was too spicy or whatever. I can't eat spicy stuff anyway, so it was they kept it very basic. It was good.
I drank with Dino Dad. She did. Yes.
Yes, I had. I think it was Korean rice wine. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, I did. We had a Dino Dad and Dino daughter-in-law toast of some Korean rice wine.
Yep. She drank with my father, her father-in-law. Yeah, she says maki golai.
Yeah, it was very different, and even like Japanese, I haven't gone to a restaurant like that in a long time. So this was very cool. This was something very different. I enjoyed this. So when back to the question about like what we ate, we didn't eat it. We actually didn't eat a lot.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot to eat.
We were on the go so much. We had breakfast. And it was literally like a bagel. I think the most involved was I got pancakes.
Those were good, though.
Those were incredible.
Those were really good.
And then while at the con, we just got like a pretzel, which is the driest pretzel I think I've ever had. It was. It was. You could have cracked the table with it.
I thought I was gonna break my teeth, honestly.
But we really didn't have a lot of like your regular stuff. It was like we had breakfast, and then there was a couple like I said, that we had like a snack of the pretzel or something. We didn't really have a lot. We were kind of more. I tried to stay hydrated, but I'm not very good at it.
I think this is actually the only dinner we had.
I think this was like the sit down dinner. I think this may have been the only thing.
This was the only dinner we had.
This really was I liked it. I thought I tried a few of the different sauces that that Honey recommended that were not spicy, and they were good. The egg was good. It was really interesting. It's definitely good.
Lies. Dino Dad did not try to stay hydrated.
Well, I didn't say I did. I said I did a bad job at it. I was not very good at it. Well, if anybody has to take blood pressure medicine, they know that it makes you pee all the time. And so the last thing I want, I'm terrible. I'm a firefighter. I'm supposed to be staying hydrated. I'm terrible at it. I tell my guys, stay hydrated. It's hot out. Do I do it? No. Because I don't, it's irritating. But nonetheless, I did try to drink some water and not completely be dehydrated. But we didn't really eat too much. I just on the go all the time. There just wasn't any real place to stop. It was not a what I would call leisurely weekend. It was very packed. We were always going from one thing to another. Standing in line here to get into this, got to see this. I mean, the convention was enormous. It was absolutely
it was massive,
huge. I mean, Skiddo thought we got to the end, and she's like, "Wow, this is incredible." I says, "Don't you want to see the other part?" She's like, "What other part?" I'm like, "You see that big giant hole in the wall? Well, that is where you go to get to the other side of the Javits." She's like, "There's more?" I'm like, "There's a whole nother side." She's like, "Oh my God." And it was huge. And to go through all that with all the people there and to see everything, it just, you know what I mean? It just takes time and go through all that. And then you got to stand in line for this and stand in line for that. And there really isn't a lot of time to go and go to a different area to get something to eat. So we really didn't eat a lot. So we kind of tried to have like a decent breakfast. That's why like Saturday we had like the pancake, egg, breakfast that, for me, we've had stuff like that at home, different restaurants around here. And I mean, to me, it fills me all day. So that worked out good. So, and we had gummy bears. So the $10 gummy bears.
The $10 gummy bears.
Or whatever.
That was our dinner. $10 gummy bear and lemonade.
Those are the best. The steam egg was good. I've never had that before. That was good.
Honey said the steamed egg is her favorite.
Yeah,
it's really good. Yeah, I really like the steamed egg. It was pretty delicious.
I don't recall ever seeing somebody cut meat with scissors before, and I have to say that is ingenious because it makes the most sense, because instead of sitting there on this type of grill trying to use a knife to cut them, he easily cut them into pieces that were all about the same size. And it was like click, 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 click. It was fast. You know what I mean? I was like, that's actually pretty ingenious, to do that. So
yeah, it was kind of funny because I was telling Dino Mom about it, and she was like confused as to why they would use scissors to cut it. She was like, okay. And I was like, it's literally on it's on a little griddle thing. What are you gonna do? Stab it with a fork? Like, you're gonna cut it with pull it apart with like a fork? Like, you can't use a knife on it.
And it's not flat either.
Yeah, it's not flat. It's curved.
And again, this here it's quick, and you can put them into relatively the same size pieces. It was. Like I said, I thought it was pretty ingenious, and the different types of meat and stuff. It was really very good. I have to say, it was. I wasn't entirely sure, but I was like, hey, well, whatever, we'll try it, and it was pretty good. Yeah. Different atmosphere, it was just something different. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was a weekend of different, so this kind of was a good topper as this was also different. So we did a lot of different things.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I don't know. I don't really know if I can pick like a favorite food item that we had.
We didn't eat that much. So.
I know. It's not the pretzel.
Not the pretzel.
I'm so glad I made y'all eat real food. You did. Yes, thank you, honey. The MVP coming through. Because on Thursday we had the salads on the train with our little snacks. Friday morning, you had a bagel, and I had an egg and cheese croissant, which was muy magnificent, by the way. It was so good. Nothing like you could get at any sort of breakfast chain. It was so buttery and not greasy and fluffy, and the eggs were just cooked so good, and it was just amazing. Then we had a pretzel. I had just a pretzel for lunch. I think you had a pretzel and a hot dog.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd call it lunch. It was more like...
It was like a snack.
Like
Burner, yeah. Because we
didn't
eat
again,
anything.
right?
Nope. No, we didn't eat again after that. We kind of just went to bed because it was late. And then Saturday, we had the pancakes and the eggs. Those were really good too.
Those were fantastic.
Those were really good. And then we didn't eat anything for lunch because it was kind of late anyway. It was kind of a late late breakfast. I wouldn't say it was an early lunch, but it was like a late breakfast. So then we didn't eat anything until we had the Korean barbecue with honey. And then on Sunday, we went back to the place again. We went to the aroma place again. All 3 days we went to the aroma place because it was just so good. And then we got the bagels.
Well, that was the thing about the cafe is that it was so close. You didn't have to go
easy,
far.
yeah.
The menu was huge.
Yeah.
It had so many items, and it was really good. Everything's made fresh.
Yep.
You know, that's the one thing. Like, you know, they talk about the New York bagel. Well, we have them here. It's just that they're not. Nobody makes them in house. They're made somewhere else and they're brought there. It's not the same when they literally, you know, make them on site fresh. It's just, you know, like if you had fresh bread made in a bakery or whatever, and it was just like it's really good when it's fresh like that, and it's just.
New York bagels, best bagels.
It was really good. So.
Yep.
I had at Sunday morning. I had one more for the road. For the road, you know.
Yeah.
But those pancakes were pretty. Those were pretty out of this world.
They were good, and they were big too.
Yeah.
They were big pancakes. They gave you a lot of food.
Which was good because it was, you know, we wouldn't eat again till very late because the concert got out at what, like 9.
Something like that, yeah.
It's been like 9. So by the time we got to the restaurant and everything, it was getting kind of late. So I mean.
Yeah. Yep. When it's still oven, busting bagels. Ooh, fresh bagels are always good. Yeah, the bagels were pretty good. I got a bagel on the last day before we left because I didn't want to eat anything too crazy because we had to go back home, and I didn't want to like feel sick or anything, so I didn't want anything too heavy. So I just went with a bagel, and then. Was when it's still oven hot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's like we didn't eat a whole ton of stuff while we were there. Like Dino Dad said, we were just so busy with so much stuff, which is crazy to say. Like we went there like to do things, but we also had a jam-packed schedule with so much to do and so much stuff to see. Oh, I gotta talk about the merch. So much stuff to do and so much stuff to see. It was just insane how busy our schedules were to the point where we just like forgot to eat or just didn't have time to eat. And it was like...
I mean, I have to admit, I've never been into Manhattan and had a schedule like that. Usually it's just like we're going to, you know, go in and maybe hit something like we've gone in for the... Like, there's times we've gone in for the day. You know, didn't stay overnight and just... You know,
did day trips.
Did the 9/11 museum. You know, we've gone to the different museums, and it's one of those things where it's like, you know, we're gonna go in here to the museum, get you know, do a little shopping, whatever, and you say, all right, well, you know, you're thinking about, I gotta grab something for lunch, and then we'll hit this place, you know, maybe grab some dinner before we go home or whatever. Here, there was no thinking. It was just so much. You had so much to do that there wasn't that time of like, oh, what do we do next? It was like literally like, oh, we got to do this, and we got to do this, and then we got to line up here, and then we got to go here, and it was, and it's not in a bad way, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying there was so much to do, and so it was so busy that you really didn't think about like, you know, well, we got to go get something to eat because we also like, where did you go to get it? You know what I mean? Well, we're in this area. We need to hit this other stuff. We don't want to miss it because especially in the convention, that was huge. Yeah. There was so much, and I think in the meetup for me, I wasn't even hungry at that point because we had a later breakfast, and I wasn't even really.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to get over to because the concert was supposed to be at 6, and
doors opened at 5.
A number of people told us to get there early because even though you have a seat, you know, do you want to be standing outside cooking in the sun, or do you want to get inside and go sit down? So I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. And they didn't know what the policy was for people that would be maybe get in late. As it turns out, they pushed the concert back, but but I guess with Breaking Dimension, I mean not Breaking, Connect the World, they didn't. They started on time, and if you didn't get in the door, too bad. Yeah,
but at least they waited. But yeah, it was a really jam packed but fun weekend. Here's all of my merch that I bought / got from people who like gave me like stuff. If you look down at the bottom. Over here, you can see the Gura card. This was the Gura baseball card that I got for free instead of having to pay $100 for it, which was insane. It's a pretty amazing haul. What I got so much stuff. It was crazy. I spent so much money. I spent a crazy amount of money. But yeah, this is my haul. This is all the stuff I got. I got like a bunch of acrylic stands. I got that acrylic block from the SOAR tour. I got a fan, which I probably kind of want to use at the moment. I got a Kobo shirt, which I haven't worn yet. I may actually wear that tomorrow. Huh?
Hollow Tummy.
Hollow Tummy, the Hollow Tummy book from Madras, yeah. And I got the Madras poster up here from Gura. I think we have a Hollow Tummy Bay one as well. I think yours is also a Hollow Tummy. I got tapestry with Umisi on it, mainly because of Aqua. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. That was 100% an impulse buy because I got home and I was like, where do I put this? Because I already have a tapestry and I was like, I don't know what to do with this one now. But you can magically summon Gura with all that merch. I know! I got so much Gura merch, it's insane.
Well, the thing that I think about this, especially with like the artist
alley, yep.
My God.
Artist alley.
And is that a lot of these people don't sell online. They only sell in shows.
Hi, Vanilla Kingdom. Welcome to the stream. Yeah.
So if you don't buy it, and then you go, I really like that. Well, that's it. You're not going to get it again unless you happen to go to something else that they're at, and they decided to sell more of that print.
Yep.
So me, I was like, a lot of them were not like crazy priced. So it's like, well, I'll buy it. The worst case scenario is I just hold on to it. I don't have a place to put it right now, but I'll have it. As opposed to saying, well, gee, I should have got that. And they don't have a store online. They don't sell online. They only sell on cons. Some do sell online, some don't.
Feared said that.
There was one print that I wanted, I saw online, and that person was only selling them at the show. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we got to find this guy, which is not as easy as it sounds.
Did we find it?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
But like the Gura one here, the one that I bought you.
Yeah.
The funny thing with this is that
the Atlantean one for context.
You were standing in line for something, and I went over to this guy because I was going to buy Skiddo the Gura print, and I just did a quick scan. I saw the Gura one. I thought it was cool. They didn't have any Bay ones, so I'm standing there, and there's a couple people in front of me, and then the guy asked to see their ID, and I was like, he's asking to see their ID when they haven't bought anything yet? It's like, it's not like they're using a credit card. I'm like, I don't get it. Well, apparently I needed to look at the rest of the prints, because then when I looked around, I went, oh, yeah, they were of the naughty variety, and apparently in order to view them, you must show that you're over 18 first.
The hentai.
But I was like, all I saw was the Gura one, and there's nothing like risque about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was just gonna get that for Skiddo, and I said, and I just saw that was on the end, and I had quickly looked and I didn't see any Bay, and that was, I was just gonna get that for her. And I didn't really look at the other ones, and it's just kind of funny because I was, why are they looking at his ID? And I looked up and I went, holy jeez, you need to, Dino Dad, you need to pay a little bit more attention to your surroundings here, because there's a lot of naughty things here.
Mm-hmm. That's a good policy to check to ID for that. Yeah, a lot of the booths, they had an 18 plus thing if they sold anything that had any sort of like explicit content in it.
It's also a New York thing. The guy said it was a city thing.
Gotcha.
The city told him that if they sold anything that had any type of nudity in it, that they, even if you could plainly see it, if that person comes up to that stand, they have to show an ID. And I guess that's what the city told them.
Some of these con booths having 18 plus stuff right next to not 18 plus booths is wild. Makes it really hard for me to convince myself that I can bring my niece and nephew to my next con.
It is just funny because sometimes, like, that vendor had over 18 stuff and regular stuff all kind of mixed in. Mm-hmm. So you don't necessarily notice it right away if you're not looking at everything. It's like you're just saying, oh, that's a cool Gura print. And then you start looking and you're like, whoa, holy. Mm-hmm.
Also, can I make a disclaimer? I do call Dino Dad in real life. Well, I mean, you're his daughter-in-law. Of course you would.
She does, yes.
She does, yes. Gotta maximize profits. Traveling tip for Japan. Do not look for PC-specific games. They're all 18 plus with very little warning. Good to know. Thank you, Vulcan.
She tried calling me Mr. Dino Dad, and I said, no, you drop the Mr. There's no need for that.
Yeah, so this is all my merch. And then this is all Dino Dad's merch. This is everything that he got.
Yes, I do have a problem.
Do you see mine? Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not a Zoomer girl. I'm an old man.
please.
So the one
You're
that
not
I'm talking
old.
about is the one up in the right corner there.
This one?
That's the
This one?
the right.
Oh, right corner.
Right.
This one.
Yeah,
This is the
one,
hollow tummy.
That was the one that I saw online.
This is Madras.
The guy said he was selling them at the show, and if it's not necessarily the main one, I like that all the ones behind her. It's like all different represent. Like there's the one of the Jadon, my snores at the bottom there, and then
The rat.
the different ones. And I really thought this was a cool print, and I was like, and again, these aren't like way expensive, and some of them. Like one of them, if you bought 2, you got 2 free. I mean, there was a lot of pretty good and cool multi-purchase incentives. And I was like, I wanted that one. And I was so happy we found the guy. Because that was I really liked that.
Can you do an impression of Belarus from Hetalia? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Depends on the con. Anime Expo had all of the 18 plus in a different section, and it was covered in ID controlled. So how many of these are going on the engine?
I don't know. I was gonna wear the happy, but I figured that they'd probably send me to mental health for an evaluation. I could bring my light stick.
You could.
I could stick my hand out the window going out on a call.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but this was his merch. He got all the stuffies, all this good
I have not
stuff.
opened the little art book because I'm afraid to.
This right here.
I'm like I don't want to open it because it's like so rare. I can't believe I actually found it and got one. I'm like I don't even want to open it. I don't want to touch it. I just want to leave it all. And it's like you know what I mean? It's like when you get like a certain like a mint figure and you don't want to take it out of the box. You know what I mean? You want to leave it all mint condition. I'm kind of like in that same way just because it's like you don't see that. It's like it's the first time I ever saw it and they only had one. It was a place in Japan that they came to New York from Japan with all these different things, and they had a ton of different stuff.
I bought so much stuff.
Yeah, that was just stuff you just don't see here at all. You're not even on eBay or anything. So I was like, I picked up a few things from them that was, and that there was one of them. They only had one, and I was like, I hadn't seen it before, and I was like, you know what, I may just keep it in the plastic because it's.
Yeah, that's where I got the tapestry. I got that from them. The JP store, and most of this merch down here is from them as well, because I bought so much stuff from them. I was like, it's just like you said, it's stuff that we don't have here and that you have to buy on like Mercari and stuff. So it's like it's nice to be able to actually like see it and be like, oh my gosh, I want that. Like I don't have that.
And the funny thing was that it had to do. It was actually charged you in yen, and it had to do a conversion.
Yeah.
And you would think that my credit card would think that would be odd, but it's not because I bought so much crap from Hololive that they're like, oh, it's just more Japanese stuff. Don't worry.
Yep.
Is he in
they
Japan?
don't care.
This is weird though, because this is an actual point of sales here.
In regards to the light stick, we'll consider as long as you go wee woo while you do in the fire truck.
We don't have wee woo. We have I don't like the wee woos. I use the Federal Q siren. That's the traditional fire truck siren. And if you piss me off, I stand on it so that it blows your eardrums out. That and the air horn. I call it the horn of justice. Don't piss me off. You get the horn of justice.
And then the last day was Sunday. It was just us going home. The train ride was a little longer because we took the standard train home, and it was sad. At this point, going home, like probably halfway through the train ride, I started not feeling 100%. I had started having like a sore throat. It felt a little scratchy, and I was like, I don't really feel that great, but okay. So got my water and everything and was drinking it on the ride home. And then I tested on Monday and I had COVID. Hooray! Yay. Best gift of all from Anime NYC / Breaking Dimensions / The Park Meetup. So I tested positive for COVID for the first time ever. I was able to avoid it for 4 years, and unfortunately, it finally caught up to me. So, yep. So I had COVID for a week, but I'm finally better. Hooray! Still dealing with a couple of the side effects, but I'm better than I was last week. So that's all I can ask for.
What are the FDNY bells? What does he mean by it?
I don't know.
Are you talking about the ding ding bells? I mean, they don't. They're still on there. It's just a tradition thing. Although there is a cord that goes inside. I can ring the bell, but it's just I mean, it's not an actual warning device. It's just to say hi to kids with it. But the kids don't want the bell. They want you to blow on the air horn. You get all the arm all the time.
Yeah.
Blow the air horn, blow the air horn.
Did you
blow it and they scream, ah! Well, you wanted it.
Did you magically transfer it to me? No. I got better. Your body sadly gets more used to COVID the more you have it. Well, I mean, the more exposure you get to it, I'm sure there's an immunity that kind of gets built up towards it too. Like, regardless of if you have it or if you're like exposed to someone that has it, right?
Well, I mean, I've had it twice, and
yeah.
I literally was with Skiddo from Thursday night till Sunday afternoon straight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we sat next to each other on the train. We were together the whole time. I didn't get it. But, again, I've had it twice, and I've also had a booster. That was, as they say, strongly recommended by your department leaders.
Yeah.
which would have been, you must get it if the union didn't fight it and all that other nonsense. But whatever.
Yeah.
The case, baby, is I did have the booster, and I had COVID twice. So
yeah.
I probably just had a level of, oh, for Christ's sake, Ginger.
Booster, I hardly know her.
Which I had, I think that must be the reason then. That I was able to sit there the whole time and I didn't get it and you did. Because you never had it before, so.
Well, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like, from what you said, that everybody that hadn't had it before was getting it for the first time.
Just from what I had seen, because people were talking about it in Baycord, and it seemed like a bunch of the people were saying that they came down with it, hadn't had it before, that they had escaped it up till now, got it at the the convention and stuff. So, not to say that anybody that didn't have it before got it again. I'm just saying that the ones that I saw discussing it had never had it before.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I have Reddit on my phone and it randomly decided to send me a push notification from someone in the Anime NYC Reddit. And they were like, did anybody else get COVID? And there were some people that were like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I ended up getting it. I tested positive. And then there was this one dude that was like, con sickness has been a thing since before COVID. You were probably going to get sick regardless. And I was like, I mean, not necessarily. Like, I've gone to so many cons and never gotten sick. I was like, it was just the one bozo that brought COVID with him to the convention and decided to spread it to everybody.
Well, it depends. Anytime you get a large group of people together, you're going to have a chance to spread something depending upon what it is. And it could be a flu virus, it could be COVID, it could be whatever. It just depends upon the actions that person takes, what other people do, Anywhere there's food, that's going to also increase it. And if people are touching the same things, in a con like that, you are so packed in together that if you get it, a couple people that go in that are sick, there's a high likelihood you're going to get a whole bunch of other people sick.
Can't spread mono that easily, though. The kissing disease.
Well, it depends. What kind of con are you going to?
Yeah, if you're going to a specific kind of con, you might be able to spread it. Oh my god, dude is deflecting. It was him. You're so right, Wolken. You know what? It was him. He did it. It's his fault. He did it. It's his fault. But yeah, so that was our New York experience. Overall, it was a really fun time. Thank you, Dino Dad, for coming with me.
Well, no, thank you. I would, if it wasn't for you, I would have never had this experience. You're great for wanting to do stuff with me. It's nice to be part of your life and be able to have these experiences. I'm very grateful for that. And like I said, really it goes all the way back to any of this. I wouldn't have known anything about Hololive or Bay or any of that if not for you, which then ultimately leads to this weekend and the amount of fun that I had and the release that I needed. So, thank you very much, because all of this is, because of you that I've reached this point that I got to have such a great weekend and enjoy this and get to meet all these nice people and get to wear a happy and really step out of my comfort zone and enjoy a concert like this. And it really goes back to, you introducing me to this and then wanting to do, because I wouldn't have done this by myself. So you wanting me to go with you and to be part of this. I mean, it's, so thank you for wanting me to participate in this with you and be part of it.
Thanks for wanting to go with me, so I didn't go by myself. It was really fun, and it was a super fun weekend, and I really enjoyed it, and it gave me a reason to get a third shelf. So now I have an entire shelf dedicated to the Atlantean princess. So
including the new Figma you just got too.
Yep, my new Gura Figma. I love it. It's so cute. It came out adorable. They did such a good job with it.
She's jumping.
I was afraid I broke it when I was taking it out of the box because the way that the hood at the bottom, like the hoodie at the bottom, when it like flies up, like you can adjust that, and I was afraid I broke it at first. And I was like, no, there's no way I just broke it. I just took it out of the box, and it wasn't broken. It just needed to be adjusted. But
I sometimes find that with the Nendos. Like, I take it out of the box and it falls apart in my hand, and I'm like, did I just break it?
Yeah, I was having problems with her arm. I don't know if you... Did you take yours out of the box yet?
Yeah.
Were you having problems with her arm? Like, one of her arms just kept coming out of the socket.
No, I didn't have anything like that. The only thing was it was a little difficult getting the hood off so that I could change the faceplate.
Yeah, I had problems with that, too. The whole head came off for the hood. At least that's how it did for me.
I had to figure that out, but
yeah.
I was trying not to like break it.
I had to figure that out too because I was like, how do I take it off?
I already beat somebody with my light stick. I was trying not to break the Figma too. So.
Yeah, I know. I was like trying to figure it out. I was like, dude, because it looks like the way that they had the hood on it looked like it came apart in the middle, like the Nendo did. So I was like, is this how you take it off? No, they need to take the whole head off if you don't want the hood on.
Then I had to try to find the right hands because I want to do the Gao pose. So I'm like trying to find the right hands.
Yeah, I have my Gura currently in a jumping pose.
And while I'm doing this, all I can think of was the Spaceball scene with Dark Helmet, and he's got the little dolls, and then the Colonel walks in and he's like, "Did you see anything?" "No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again." So that's why you got to play with your dolls at home. You don't bring them I don't bring them to the firehouse.
Don't bring them to work.
I brought Small Bay and Best Friend Bay once to ride the piece, and that was it. I got a new rig, and Small Bay is like, new rig. And I'm like, no, it's just you're too disruptive, Then the guys are paying attention to you and not me, and Can you imagine if I had like the Figmas and stuff, on my desk at the station, and then they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, and just like Dark Helmet, nothing. Yep. Did you see anything? "No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again."
Yep. Thanks. I brought Small Wrist once to the office, and I put her on my desk over here, like in the area, and like where my monitors are, and she's just vibing, and it was funny because like nobody was like paying attention to it, nobody saw it, and I was like,
"There's one major difference."
Yeah, I know you're with a firefighter.
No, you're a girl.
Well, yeah, I know,
there's kind of a big difference when a guy my age brings a plushie to the fire station and puts him in the rig, and people are like, "What is that?" And it's like, she's riding with us for the day. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just
right. Somebody better call headquarters and let them know that the boss has kind of lost his marbles. He's got a plushie riding with us. Actually, they liked her. They were like, "When's she coming back?" No, she's not coming back because she's riding with Towelada 157 now. She's over there in Brooklyn. She's a truckie now.
Well, it's funny because like I kind of like expected somebody to ask me about it, but they didn't. And then like my coworkers asked me about how New York was and stuff, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun to explain. So I was like trying to tell them. I was like, yeah, we went to like an anime concert. It was like a bunch of VTubers and everything, and then my manager had a look on their face like I had 8 heads. They looked at me and goes, what's a VTuber? I was like, oh no. I was like, I was dreading this conversation. They're like, what is a VTuber? I've never heard of that. And I was just like, oh no, how do I explain this? And so I like, thankfully one of my coworkers knew what VTubers were, so I had to have them help me kind of try to explain it. And I sent a video of like one of the Hololive concerts, and I said essentially it's like it's a Japanese idol culture kind of thing where like people go and like they have like an alternate personality. So basically they're an entertainer and they go and they talk to people. Like they entertain online and stuff, but they do it in a way that they don't have to show themselves. They don't have to show their face or anything. Like they have a model that they use and stuff. And he just looked at me like I was like speaking gibberish. He had no idea what I was talking about. I was just like, listen, I know it's not for everybody, okay? I know it probably sounds weird to you. I was like, I know I'm weird. I was like, but just let me have this, okay? This is what I like, okay? Don't judge me. I was like, don't judge me. I was like, it's basically anime. I was like...
The thing is, it's kind of funny, is like the Fire Guys actually get it. Like,
VTubers
there wasn't a lot of explanation to them.
Yeah.
Most of them are young. I mean, I have a lot of young guys, and they're on the internet all the time. I mean, that's all they're on, is their phones all the time. They're on YouTube. So even if they don't know any VTubers by name, they know what it is because they watch YouTubers. That's all they watch.
Yeah.
They don't watch TV. They watch, you know, I mean, even me, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I watch, you know, the YouTubers at VTuber. I mean, not just the Hololive, but like actual regular YouTubers. There's channels I like.
Yeah.
You watch that better. I mean, and so they actually understood the concept pretty quick. They might think I'm a little weird for watching it, but nonetheless, they understood it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny too because like when I was explaining it to him and everything, he made a comment about like, it's like, oh, everybody's leaving, they don't want to work anymore because all they want to do is stream and do video games full time. And I was like,
yep,
low key, like if I ever got to the point where I could make money off of this, I'm going to be doing it full time. Like, I was just like, kind of just like that meme with the side eyes. I was just like, I mean.
Well, on that note, I think I'm gonna go to the break room.
Yeah, I think it's time to. I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
If you excuse me for a minute.
Just like, little do you know, I am also a VTuber.
Meanwhile,
I have 6 Nintendos on my desk at work and nobody questions it. That's based. That's actually based. I have a couple acrylic stands, but they don't really care. I just told them that it's anime, and they're just like, oh, okay.
Oh, the funny thing is the reason, we forgot about the reason, we talked about the FDNY store. The reason that we stopped in there was because I was actually going to buy a mini turnout coat for Small Bay.
Oh, yeah.
But I chickened out of it. I was like, you know what?
That's right. That's the reason we went in there.
I was actually going to buy a mini turnout coat because they have ones for little dogs. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to stop in and get, was going to get the mini turnout coat to put on Small Bay. But she pissed me off at the Breaking Dimensions conference. Tell her to get one from friggin' 255 and 157 then if she needs one.
Mm-hmm. It's the drinking in the corner of the party meme. No one knows I'm a VTuber. Yeah, pretty much. Nobody knows. What if they knew? Nobody's gonna know. What if they know? Nobody's gonna know.
You know what would be funny is if they recommended one, and then you're like, oh, you know, here's this one, Skiddosaurus Rex. You should check her out. She's pretty cool.
That would be wild. That's a fear of mine. They're just be like, oh yeah, I looked into those VTubers that you told us about, and yeah, here's this one that we found. It kind of sounds like you, but we're not entirely sure. I was like, it's kind of neat.
Just tell them they all sound the same.
Yeah, we all sound like lollies. Although I'm not. My voice isn't high enough to be a lolly voice. But aside from that. Saying it's anime is technically still correct. I know. It's just the easiest way to put it. Like. Mine is? Okay, fine, Ginger. You could be the lolly for us all. How's that? She has the same mannerisms. I mean, fair enough. Has the same mannerisms as a lolly. I mean, I guess.
Is that good or bad?
Depends. If it could be used as an insult. A lot of people call Gura a lolly, basically calling her a child. The lolly cannot be named Butt Boy. Why not? The lolly Butt Boy. Smacky Bum Bum.
Smacky Bum Bum.
Smacky Bum Bum in the booty shorts. I still need to do that. That's part of my thing. I haven't done booty shorts yet.
Those were some booty shorts, too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some big booty shorts.
Smacky Bum Bum with the booty shorts. Yep. Those were some booty shorts. What is this discussion? It's gone downhill really quick. You could tell I'm tired.
It's closed due to Smacky Bum Bum.
Closed due to Smacky Bum Bum. I told Dino Mom about that game, and she didn't really know what to say about it. She was like, "Why would you play that on stream? It does not sound very appropriate." It's like, because it's funny. It gets the views. Ain't no way you can make such money doing such delusional thinking. I had to pull over on the highway to send this. Couldn't miss the chance. Thank you, Woken. Very cool. Yes, you are very correct in your statement. No way you could make money doing this. That's so delusional of me to think that, right? That's so crazy. Imagine just being thrown super chats. Couldn't be me. That's absolutely crazy. Imagine like having a donathon and then having double the money be raised. That's crazy. Could never imagine that happening to me. I'm not a VTuber. I'm just some rando on the internet. Wow, absolutely insane.
Since Bay's on hiatus, you can give Woken a boom boom. Because he's a brat.
Woken, thank you so much for the super chat. Boom boom. It's the pink super chat. Oh no. I just realized something hasn't happened since Skiddo's return. Ginger, it's time. Fears, please, bro. Vlad is gonna kill me. Why? Because you spent over $700 on my donathon?
Which is insane.
Yeah, you're crazy, bro.
He could have went to New York
Get
and
Tim.
to a concert. And
Mm-hmm. Crazy to think anyone would send you money. I know. Absolutely insane.
Oh, for the love
Oh
of
my goodness. Feared. You can sing it. I'm giving you the honors.
Thank you for gifting some memberships. You're really amazing, and I appreciate it. You're helping me fund some projects. Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex.
Yes. You got the Dino Dad. You got the Dino Dad version.
That's because it's burned into my brain. I've heard it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the way I would learn Japanese. Put it into...
Ginger.
Oh, for the love of life.
Good.
Thank you for gifting some memberships. You're really amazing, and I appreciate it. You're helping me fund some projects. Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex.
Woo!
Oh, for the love of God.
Now you understand my pain.
Now I know why it's permanently embedded in my brain.
Oh, you got Genki. Nice. Thank you for gifting some memberships. You're really amazing, and I appreciate it.
Thank you for helping me fund some projects.
Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex. Watcher did it. Watcher did it fully for the purpose to get you to sing it.
Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex.
Now you can do it in another voice.
Thank you for gifting some memberships. You're really amazing, and I appreciate it. You're helping me fund some projects. Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex.
Oh my goodness. Low battery. Low battery was gifted a membership by the Watcher. Wow.
Low battery.
Low battery.
That's like me most of the time.
Nobody knows.
The trouble I see. Nobody knows.
Nice suave voice. Suave.
Nobody knows. The trouble I see.
The trouble I see. Nobody
knows but E-Right.
But E-Right. Actually, he doesn't know because he said his phone died. Rip. Rest in peace.
If his phone died, how is he still talking in chat?
It's on his computer, probably.
Oh, I see. So he's jumping from device to device.
Mm-hmm.
He's a device jumper.
Yep.
Words for people like that.
A device jumper?
Device jumper.
Oh my goodness. His what? His stench connects to the internet directly. Oh my god, bruh.
That's kind of nasty.
It is nasty. Mega stench. My powers exceed the mere confines of a cellular device. Yeah, you got mega stench. My goodness. Mega stench. Okay, well, that was our adventures in New York. I think we can probably end the stream now. It's been almost 4 hours. So thank you again, Dino Dad, for coming on and talking about our fun adventure in New York.
Of course. And remember, the Brooklyn Bonk.
The Brooklyn Bonk.
The bonk lives on.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time in New York. It was a great time. I'm glad we were able to go with no complications. It was a grand old time. Good fun times with memories to last a lifetime. For those of you who will be coming to the stream on Friday, I will be doing a hand cam stream where I will be doing Legos. Hooray!
I think your model fell asleep for a second.
It always falls asleep.
And then it woke up violently. Yes, it was a violent wake up.
Yes. Whoa. Yep, we're gonna be doing Legos. The nano blocks have not shown up yet. I'm hoping they come tomorrow. They were supposed to come today, but I got the dreaded "it's still in transit, but it's late" thing from the post office. Thanks a lot. So hopefully those will be in time. Hopefully those will be here in time for Friday's stream. But we will be doing the T-Rex Lego set that Watcher gifted me a while ago. So we'll be doing that, playing with some Legos. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys all on Friday for the hand cam stream. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for supporting Skiddosaurus Rex.